Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 215. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as usual, by this little tiny buddy over here named Tanner, who was in Zion for the weekend. Tanner, tell us about your trip. How was that?
Wasn't in Zion. Haven't been there in 4 years, but yeah, it was cool. Went up to the central coast of California. Viking knew exactly where I was. It was crazy. Is my thing focused yet? What's going on here?
No, it's not your shit.
Let's see if this sucker can focus. Come on. Oh, there we go.
Buddy.
Yeah, Viking, I posted one picture of my leg and my latte, because lattes are for straight men, with the ocean in the background, and Viking knew exactly where I was staying without even knowing the city I was in.
So he said something.
The hotel. He knew the hotel I was in.
What did he say? What did he say to indicate that he knew? Because I saw the reply, and you were like, "How did you know?" But the reply,
because the place is
like,
called Fireside, and he did a little fire emoji, and then he wrote "side?" ? I'm like, bruh, how do you know this shit?
That's very weird.
Yeah, he was stalking me.
Well, he is a stalker and a creep, and he knows everything.
True.
And he's a god. Welcome
yeah,
to
so
the
waiting
show.
for him to show up at my door and kill me or something.
Hopefully that can't happen soon enough, and we do advocate for violence against Tanner on this broadcast, obviously. Okay. And the Dropshot LLC S Corp Borpa business does in fact endorse that statement. So take it from the CEO against the other CEO or whatever. Anyways, welcome to the show. Today, finally, inshallah, we have a lot to talk about. We've got Season 2 Reloaded, full of fun and exciting new developments in the Call of Duty sphere. A reminder, if you are new here, if you're a new listener, there are timestamps in the show notes or video description, so you can go and skip to whatever you want to hear about. Strongly encourage you not to do that. Strongly recommend you don't do that, but you could. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't, but you could if you really wanted to. I go through the labor for your convenience of timestamping things. Primarily so that you can listen to some, and then your boss calls you into his office to tell you you've been fired. And then when you get in the car, you can use the timestamps to conveniently get back to where you were as a tool to help you listen to the whole goddamn episode. It is not for skipping, but you could if you wanted to. That's all I'm saying. So with that said, we do have a few announcements before we get into it. First of all, welcome to our new patrons. Chads, Kings, Gods, Chadettes. Wonder if there's a similar name to Chad for a woman. What would that be? So Chad is like a real white name. It's a real upper class white name, Chad.
Jen? Maybe Jen?
No.
Strong and short like Chad.
Yeah, but it's short for Jennifer. Chad is the full name, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, nothing. It's one syllable too, right? Chad. Yeah. It's a one syllable name. No, it's 3.
Got it. Okay. Welcome to our new patrons. Our new gold patron, Matt V. Welcome aboard, buddy. He's got an avatar of Ghost, the operator, I think. Hard to tell with these Patreon, the 3 pixels you get for an avatar for a profile picture. So don't change it, Matt. Leave it default. But welcome aboard, buddy. And thank you, our new gold patron. And also, even more thanks to our new platinum patron, Captain Girth. Got it, man.
I like it.
It's, I guess. I don't know.
You ask people to not use their real name and then they use a fake name.
I don't ask people not to use their real name.
Don't you?
No.
No. Okay.
Unless it's a bullshit real name. Like if your real name is like Edgar von Hausenstein or some dumb shit like that, then change it in real life. That's what I advocate for. Don't have a bad real name. But use your real name if and only if it is fine. And Matt V, for example, that's fine. Depends on what his last name is, of course, and we could get into that.
We could.
I know, in fact, I could get into that. In fact, I could dox him live on this broadcast, but I'm going to choose not to do that because he's a patron here, and I respect his privacy because he is a patron and a king. And Captain Girth is as well, even more so, in fact, our new platinum patron. Welcome aboard, buddy. And most importantly, welcome to a fire upgrader joining the Damascus boys. Bean Dip Boy, change it absolutely, has upgraded to Damascus. Patreon.com/thedropshot, best way to support the show. 7 bonus episodes each and every month. Stacy, it's probably it. It's 2 syllables, but Stacy's like a real white upper class name. Stacy.
Yeah,
I think
Stacy kind of does give me Chad vibes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a rich, dumb white girl. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She hazes her sorority members for sure. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Stacy's a real bitch.
Real fucking bitch. Real dumb bitch. Bean Dip Boy, thank you very much, dude. Our new Damascus patron. Appreciate it. Once again, patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. 7 bonus eps a month, monthly hangouts, and more. Check it out for full deets. We appreciate all 3 of you. Very kind of you. So we have not done a Patreon topic lately. We do 7 every month. They tend to be backloaded. Always. We fulfill our obligations. And we're going to be doing that again this month, but we were waiting for this moment. Season 2 Reloaded. I think we have 4 more episodes to do on Patreon for this month.
Yeah, Damascus has gotten 3. I think Gold's only gotten 1 so far, so that sucks for you, but upgrade. Or just wait till the last day of the month and you'll get all of them. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing more Patreon episodes, obviously. And if you are a patron, keep your eye on that thing, because there's going to be a lot of episodes before the month closes out, obviously. And we wanted to wait, of course, until Season 2 Reloaded to do some topics or some episodes on those topics. So keep that in mind. Another random announcement, which may or may not be relevant to you guys listening. I've been swept up in the Elden Ring frenzy, as many people have. Many listeners, indeed, probably have been. It is a perfect game, nearly. It is as perfect to a perfect game as could exist in real life.
Red Dead's better.
Holy shit, it's fun. So good. I did a playthrough, beat the game, sorcerer, full int. Kind of cheesy, maybe. Whatever. Rerolled, did a faith build, and then I switched up to arcane in the middle of that playthrough. Because I got the dragon.
Is boring, like I told you, yeah.
Well, arcane's the same thing. I got the dragon communion seal, which scales with arcane, and then dots also scale with arcane, like blood and poison buildup. So I got doesn't matter. Anyway.
Yeah, no one cares.
Did that playthrough as well, beat the game again. So I have finally scratched the itch with Elden Ring. I do want to do another playthrough, but I'm not going to. I don't feel as drawn to it. And what that means is I'm finally back on my bullshit. My Call of Duty bullshit. And now's a good time too, obviously. Season 2 Reloaded. There's a lot of new shit going on. Yesterday and today I've been playing a fair amount on them stick things. So we will once again be doing an episode on controller at a time. I'm going to play some Rebirth on controller. I might play some Caldera. I don't know, but I might. Definitely getting more comfortable with it though. Slide canceling is getting a lot easier on MDub. It's very annoying to slide cancel on controller on Vanguard for me because of that dumb fucking delay. But on MDub, it's a lot easier because there's no tac sprint delay. Been getting used to that. And aim assist, by the way, is simply stronger in Modern Warfare / Warzone than in Vanguard by a lot. I've played enough of both now to tell you that with absolute certainty.
Well, I watch you stream both for 10 minutes, and I can tell within 10 minutes how much of a difference it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you actually don't get shit when you're hip firing in Vanguard, it looks like. Really you just don't get aim assist.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, though, because the time to kill is 2 bullets, and you have a hip fire PPSH with no spread that has 71 bullets, so it couldn't matter less. But MDub, oh my god, it is so much stronger than Vanguard,
Yeah, it's
massive difference.
Super hard. Yeah, for sure.
Too hard.
So we will be doing an episode. If I had my druthers, we would be doing this episode next month. It's going to depend on how much Tanner's willing to plug that thing in, basically. But like, I'm almost ready to do the episode now. I want to do some Rebirth. I want to just get some more time in general, but I want to do some Rebirth, and I want to do maybe some Caldera as well, so I can have kind of a perspective on those things Caldera, as well. Yeah, I think I do have to, honestly. But I've already seen a lot. So we'll get into that more when we do that episode, but hopefully next month we do that. But anyways, I'm back on my Call of Duty bullshit. Very excited to be playing again. And we'll have more thoughts on Warzone and on controller soon. More soon on Warzone, obviously.
I want to get plenty of time in with like the Vargo and playing with the new shit and like using the new SMG before then I start focusing on controller. I feel like in like a week and a half or so, once all the new season 2 reloaded bullshit is like not feeling fresh anymore, then I'll switch and start using it more to try it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't think I will, but maybe I should. I don't know.
Because if you play on controller like today and tomorrow before we do first impressions on Saturday, you're going to have a miserable time because you're going to do awful. So that's going to like sway your opinion on everything, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I know. I've been thinking about that too, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will just play on keyboard and mouse. I guess there's no rush. I'll just wait till you're ready to play on controller to keep playing on it, honestly. Yeah. Because we can't do the episode anyway, so either way. A lot of fun shit coming up, both for the pod and for the Patreon, of course. So, and then last quick announcement from me. We have re-signed with MANSCAPED, as many of you may have noticed. They have been very kind and generous to us. So, reminder, there will be an ad read at the middle of this episode, but I'm just going to remind you. Dropshot, promo code Dropshot at manscaped.com, 20% off, free shipping worldwide. And it supports the show. They need to see our code being used or we get dropped, and then we get our assets liquidated by the man. They take my home, They will take my home. So if you don't want our homes to be taken from us, use promo code Dropshot at manscaped.com. Tanner said he's a big fan of the new lip balm.
Matter of fact, I may put some on right now. I got it sitting right here next to me.
I might fuck around and put some on too. Let's see. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know how liberal we can be with the ad reads we do for them. They send us copy, and they say like you can go off script a little bit, but I don't know how much. We certainly can't do this in a mid-show read. That's why I'm doing it now. So I can't threaten to dox you to the internet like I'm doing now, for example, if you don't use promo code Dropshot at manscaped.com. That's a joke, obviously. I couldn't do that because then we would be dropped. So I do it here, and then we do the normal ass thing, fulfill our obligations. But you guys have been very great using that code, and continue to do that, please. It helps a lot. In fact, it keeps us in Borpa business. Did you just apply that sucker? I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, it's been absolutely applied, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know what flavor
smells like
it's supposed to be. I don't think it says. I get like mint vibes from it though, little minty. But actually, I don't think it says. It feels really good though. It's very soft. It's moisturizing and softening. Yeah, stuff feels real good.
It is a little minty.
I could apply the deodorant too. Should I fuck around and do that?
You could, yeah. Apply that sucker.
Should I eat it? I kind of want to eat it. It's like a like one of those pop-up popsicles. What are those things called?
Oh, dude.
You guys want
Shove-its? Were they called? No.
You guys want me to lick it?
What were those called? Push pops.
Wait, is this the top? Oh no, that's the actual deodorant. What the fuck? Thought it was a lid. It's so clear. Let's apply this sucker. Oh, that applies all right. Yeah.
Are you applying that sucker or what?
That applies, man.
You know what I like about the lip balm? It's not super cakey.
Yeah.
Like, Carmex works really well, for example, but it's real thick.
It is.
And you gotta like dab it off afterward. I don't know. And then it's real glossy looking too. Like, you can't even see that I have lip balm on right now, but my lips are super moisturized, dude.
Oh my god,
look like an asshole, you know?
Did you hear that? I've just bitches banging at my door right now because this deodorant smells so good.
Do you?
Oh my god, they won't stop, man. They won't stop. Holy shit.
They won't stop, huh? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Super crazy.
Got all the bitches from that.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Suck on these lip balm lips, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Other than that, that's all the announcements for me. Promo code Dropshot, manscaped.com. It helps. Tanner, anything else?
Nope.
Listen for the jingle. Here it is.
You ever mowed the lawn before?
No.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
You know what I like about the deodorant? Smells exactly the same as the body wash. Which is good.
Does
it
it?
Doesn't like clash. Yeah.
The body wash does smell really good. I love that shit.
You know what's always bothered me is people that wear cologne, because I don't get it. So if I'm going to wear cologne, I feel like I have to commit to my body wash being no scent, my shampoo being no scent, and my deodorant being no scent, so that I can spray on cologne and I don't smell like 5 different things at the same time.
That's not how it works.
So,
at
okay,
all.
So my body wash smells like one thing, then I put on deodorant, which smells like another, and then I put on cologne. So what am I, just an asshole? I smell like 8 things at the same time.
No one can smell your
it.
shampoo unless they put their nose on your stupid hair.
Shampoo, I'll grant you, sure.
No one can smell your body wash after 30 to 60 minutes after you shower, unless they're literally...
maybe.
Unless they're literally doing that.
Okay, maybe.
And cologne you smell for hours.
But
I spray cologne.
You smell for
I put
a while.
one spray of cologne on every single day because I like the smell of cologne. And I think guys are fucking disgusting that don't use it,
Deodorant
frankly.
you can definitely smell for a while, though. What, do you use scented deodorant as well?
Yeah. I use Men's
MANSCAPED
Degree.
deodorant.
It's like black and white. And now this new Manscaped one that I just got that I applied. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. God, they need to make a cologne, actually.
Yeah, so then they mix. They don't clash.
Yeah. Wait, because they have this new thing, this hydrating body spray. They don't consider it cologne, though. It probably just doesn't last as long, essentially.
Yeah. But I just never understood that about cologne. I was like, do people just commit to using non-scent deodorant to wear cologne? Because I've never
clash.
worn cologne. And I've been told multiple times,
That's
like,
insane.
oh, you smell good. What does that smell? I'm like,
No
I
one's
don't know.
ever said that to you. Stop. Stop the cap.
Okay. Well, first, I'm 6 feet tall. I tower over women. So when they hug me, their nose is just right at the deodorant region, and they're like, "Oh, you smell good. What is that?" And then I look at them like they're insane, and I say, "It's deodorant, bitch. It's the 21st century. I mean, I'm wearing deodorant. Is that something you're not used to? I don't understand what's going on." And then it makes me think,
Jesus Christ.
well, if I have cologne, are they going to smell my deodorant and my cologne? I don't understand. It makes me so mad. It's like, what do you do there?
No one's ever once in your life told you they liked how you smell. Not once.
It's happened multiple times. Yeah,
it has.
It has.
Not once.
Absolutely. I've also been told a lot that I smell like shit by you and Gabe and Ben most recently.
And Joey, yeah.
And Joey,
you do.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. Yeah.
Real pig. Yeah. Well, I'm not wearing. I think I had deodorant on the trip. I might have looked at it and laughed and then threw it in the trash just to spite you guys.
It's actually insane that males wake up and don't put on deodorant as part of their morning routine. Oh, wait, you barely brush your teeth. So it's just disgusting that you get up, brush your teeth, do whatever, and don't just immediately put on deodorant. It's just crazy to me, man.
Deodorant is not a wake up ritual like brushing your teeth is. Deodorant is a post shower ritual. I'm not putting deodorant on when I am disgusting anyway.
You do both.
Okay. What you wake up and shower? And you
put it on straight out of the shower.
You wake up and shower right away.
Sometimes I shower in the morning. Yeah. If I do shower in the morning, that's what I do. Literally, as soon as I wake up, I take a shower.
I get to it, but I don't do it like right when I wake up.
You seem to not get to it a lot.
Well, when I worked, I would shower in the morning, and it would be the first
That's
thing
the only way you'd be able to beat me in that 1v1 basketball game, by the way, is you would have your arms up trying to block me, and I would simply pass out from the smell.
And just not shower for a while. I could do some sunsuit technology, or straps, whatever. Anyways.
That's the meta strat right there.
Welcome to the show. So today we're talking about Call of Duty, I promise. And we're going to start with playlist updates, double XP schedule. Let's see. So, first, featured playlists updated in Vanguard, Arms Race, which is a brand new game mode we're going to get into, Shipment, DOS House, Dome, which is a playlist with Shipment, DOS House, and Dome, which is unfortunate that they put Dome in there. That map is fucking terrible. Grindcore Go Long. I don't know what that means. I don't care. It's probably awful.
We never will.
Yep.
They don't tell us what it is.
And then Big Map Blitz remains as well. So I don't play that.
What was that last one before Big Map Blitz?
Champion Hill Solos.
Champion Hill Solos. Nope. Okay.
I refuse to give airtime to that dog shit playlist. I'll never play it.
Just a reminder, this is one of those things that we always call and everyone's like, no, I think it'll be fun, it'll be competitive. We said during the fucking alpha, this is a gimmick trash game mode. No one's gonna play it. I've yet to play it. I don't ever hear anything about Champion Hill, ever. People thought that it'd be like more fun than Gunfight. I'm like, you guys are fucking insane.
Yeah.
So stupid.
We called a lot, by the way, which we're going to get into, didn't we? We called a lot, dude. And we'll remind you, don't worry. So playlist updates for Warzone, Battle Royale, solos, duos, trios, and quads. Clash 50v50, okay. Rebirth Island Resurgence, solos, duos, trios, and quads as well. And the Rebirth Reinforced event begins, which we'll get into as well. So you might notice the absence of Vanguard Royale. It'll never come back. We'll get into that too. Called it. So those are the playlist updates there. So now let's get into patch notes. Changes already in effect. So first, real quick, show off the, here's the roadmap for Season 2 Reloaded. On this roadmap, we've got some words and some pictures.
Yeah, I see those.
The pictures are nice because I can scarcely read, and many Call of Duty players, in fact, can't. So it's very nice of them to include pictures. We've got Arms Race. We've got a new map called Alps, which is an Arms Race. So you can kind of bundle those together. Activision, but okay. Some new vehicles, which are also exclusive to Arms Race, so it's just all the same shit. This is all one thing that they've managed to stretch to 5. There's a transport, so there's a Jeep, a tank, awesome, and a motorcycle, cool. And then ranked play, new skill division, new rewards, Warzone, map update, Rebirth Reinforced event, some updates to that map. So they said the map update, and then they also said what the map updates are. Got it. Rebirth Payload, a new game mode in Warzone. Rebirth Blood Money, which I think we've seen before. Positive we've seen that before. And then Rebirth Resurgence Solos. which is not as dumb as it sounds because they give you like a free life.
Yeah, we'll get into that in the patch notes too.
Really unfortunate naming it that way, in my opinion. I saw it and I said, huh? And didn't queue for it, of course. And then there are redeploy balloons now in Rebirth as well, and weapon trade stations, which we're going to get into. And then in Warzone proper, we've got a new operator, don't care. The Arma Guerra 43, which is Spanish for, I believe, war gun or war weapon.
War gun.
Pretty sure it's war gun. I think that's what that would mean. So cool. It's an SMG. A CDL event on Rebirth Island, which is very interesting. And then some new bundles, including Snoop Dogg, which people are excited about for some reason. So cool.
Yeah, man.
And that is a look at the roadmap. So we're going to get more into details here on all of these items, starting with Vanguard Season 2 Reloaded patch notes. So there's kind of some little blurbs about it. And now we're going to get into the actual notes. So a couple bug fixes. Aim assist. Addressed an issue that caused aim assist to erratically deactivate while engaging an enemy player. Now, right away, first patch note, we called it, didn't we? Now, some of you might be forgetting this, in fact, but this is what Tanner and I had been saying. Tanner made the point, actually. Pre-beta, when we learned that there were destructible environments, which we now know is basically meaningless. The destructible environments are no different than the ones in MW 1. I mean, there are wooden pallets that can be destroyed and windows. We had that in COD 4. So, first of all, not a new feature. But anyways, when they were talking about this, one of Tanner's points was like, so how is this going to work with aim assist? I could see it either tracking people behind destructible cover because the game doesn't know if it's been destroyed or not yet. So it gives you the aim assist even if it shouldn't. Or it not tracking people behind destructible cover that has already been destroyed, and therefore it should be tracking. This is going to introduce a lot of weird problems for aim assist, is roughly what Tanner said. I agreed. What do you know? It's been an issue since day one of Vanguard, and it has now been addressed. Do you remember talking about this? Do you remember calling it? And we're finally learning that we were right once again.
Yeah.
This topic.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's obvious they weren't going to implement that correctly with destructible environments. I mean, you get aim assist through full-on, buildings and walls in Caldera and on Rebirth. So it's like, of course, it's gonna be messed up in these destructible environments too, always. So yeah. Not surprising.
So effectively what this means is that aim assist is going to be better, or at least they say it's going to be better in Vanguard now than it was before, or it's going to be more consistent. So I guess hopefully that's the case. We'll see, but I don't know. Destruction. Addressed an issue that allowed enemy nameplates to be seen through surfaces in various situations. Kind of, the same issue, just a different symptom.
Again, that was full on walls. That happened in the last CDL tournament. There was a clip of I don't know if it was a tournament, maybe it was like an online match or scrim. I don't know, but I saw a clip of a guy looking at the wall and you can see the nameplate on the other side. And I guess that actually helped them win the game, because one of the other guys commented back and he was like, dude, I was wondering how you guys knew that I was in that corner there or something. That explained it, because his name was just showing up through a solid wall.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So it's just it's a different manifestation of the same problem, which is the weird destructible environment thing. The game doesn't know to give you aim assist or not. It doesn't know if I should be showing this nameplate or not, but it's the same problem effectively. It's the destructible environment shit, which doesn't matter, and no one cares about it. No one enjoys the destructible environments. And all it is it's a new feature that they spent time and effort on that no one gives a shit about, that at best doesn't impact my gameplay at all, and at worst, exactly shit like this. You get problems brought about by features no one wants anyway. It's just classic classic Call of Duty. So cool. But anyways, they're addressing them, so we'll see. Next section here is on maps. They wrote some things. We made efforts to improve spawn logic in difficult scenarios, namely high-intensity combat pacing, selections, and objective-based modes. I will say, in general, spawns have been improving since launch in Vanguard multiplayer. Still not great, but they're continuing to work on it. There were some exploits with people getting out of the map and shit that they've addressed. We're not going to go through specifics on that.
Yeah, they pretty much made some changes to every single map.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to weapons. New Arma Guerra 43 submachine gun. Very high rate of fire SMG. Effective at short to medium range engagements. And the way to unlock this is you need to get 10 hip fire kills with an SMG in 15 separate matches. It says, I believe, in the description in Vanguard that they have to be completed matches. That might even be true if you're playing Vanguard. However,
it is definitely.
Okay. It seems the fastest way to do this is to play actually Modern Warfare 2019, get 10 hip fire kills, and then you can leave the match and it'll count, but it'll only show it counting if you relaunch Vanguard. So basically, go manually keep track, play MW multiplayer, get 10 kills hip firing in 15 different games, and you can back out. And once you get to 15, if you launch Vanguard again, the gun should be unlocked. And there is currently a hardcore shipment shoothouse 24/7 playlist. That seems to be like the most efficient way to do this.
I believe it's always there too. And yeah, this was me. I figured this out. I've seen no one say this. You can thank me for this. Modern Warfare multiplayer. If you go, so you have to click on the hardcore tab at the top by quick play, and there is a playlist at the bottom that's always there. Hardcore shoot house shipment. Set up a hip fire MP5. It takes 2 shots in hardcore to kill someone across the map pretty much. It's so fast. My quickest game, I got all 10 hip fire kills on shoot house, not even shipment, in 1 minute and 40 seconds. And then you can back out, requeue. It is so much faster than doing Warzone, than doing Vanguard. The only thing, as Raz was saying, is it's not tracking in Warzone. So I opened up Warzone and they weren't tracking. It said I was still at 2 out of 15, but it's tracking in Vanguard multiplayer and it said I was 9 out of 15. So not positive what's going to happen once I hit 15 out of 15. We're assuming once it unlocks in Vanguard, it will fix itself in Warzone. There's a chance it could be bugged and not though, but we'll let you guys know by Saturday for sure, because I'm going to finish unlocking this after the pod using this method. So if it doesn't work, we'll let you guys know, but I don't see why it wouldn't. It should be working okay, so
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I think some other people have said like you can back out and it works. Well,
I know you can back out in Modern Warfare. Yeah, that's always been the case for every gun unlock. But
yeah, we'll let you guys know on Saturday. But I would assume it will work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have here? Some minor changes to gunsmith shit. Type 99.
The sniper effect actually went into effect, or the sniper changes, yeah.
Sniper changes actually went into effect. Some more sniper buffs. I'm not getting into specifics. Decreased flinch intensity by 30% for all snipers and marksman rifles except the SVT, 3-line, and Gorenko. So that's good. And then a couple, again, attachment changes for snipers. Kill streaks, ball turret, gunner. Now properly tracked in the barracks and on the scoreboard. That's exactly what we needed. Some UI interface and experience changes. I don't care to go through blueprints, other items, ranked play. So they're adding a new division called Top 250. And to get Top 250, you need to have the highest 250 skill ratings in the game. And then you'll be in this new skill division called Top 250. And you can also track these players in ranked play, visible to all players in game. This is pretty cool. I like this feature. Overwatch had a thing, maybe it still does, of like top 500, and it would show like your number. It's like a very special rank.
Yeah, for sure.
Top 250 is cool. One of the CDL players is like number 8, I think. So he's on this. I think it's a cool little addition. So that's, nice, I guess. And then there are some new rewards as well for ranked play. Each new season will introduce a new set of season rewards. Season 2 rewards can only be earned in Season 2. And then each reward, all rewards, can be used in Vanguard or Warzone once unlocked, which is cool. So you get 2 blueprints, 2 weapon camos, 2 charms, a spray, and a sticker. And then there are skill division rewards. Exclusive ranked legend operator skin for winning 25 games in the master skill division or higher. It's kind of cool. It's exclusive to a particular division skill rating.
Yeah, that is dope.
Animated emblem based on the player's final skill division. That is very cool. That is the kind of thing you really want to see. If you get like top 250 and you get an animated emblem with it, that would be pretty fucking cool. Fan of that. Each skill division has a charm that can be earned by winning 10 games in that division. So these are the kinds of things that I actually really like. Mainly that animated emblem that shows your skill division. I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's really dope.
So
I still use my Season 0 Modern Warfare emblem.
Yeah, exactly.
In Warzone.
This is another emblem that you have to actually like earn by being good. So I really like that. So that's cool. And then,
those are little things they need to get people to grind this game mode more too. Yes, so that's cool.
Exactly. And people will know that they can flex that, like in Warzone, if they play Warzone 2, as many of them would. Or when they play the next season, when they're doing their placement games, they can have their top 250 emblem fucking Borpa spinning in the kill cam. And they can like, you know, flex on people that way. That's the kind of shit you like to see. So that is really cool. Expanded party skill restrictions. So it looks like they've loosened the restrictions. So like, I'm not going to go into specifics, but you used to, for example, be able to play with someone 1 skill division away. If you were this rating, now you can play 2 skill divisions away, whatever. So that's good. Let's see here. Some UI updates. Oh, this is good. Added a new My Career and Rewards menu where players can access their rank rewards and skill divisions screens for additional information. Day 1 shit, but finally, that's good.
Yeah, this was what was lacking that we had talked about. Yeah,
that's cool. Yep. The player's current rank number is now displayed above their rank icon in the ranked play lobby. Players without a rank will now appear as unranked. And let's see. Does it
that's
still
cool, yeah, because I didn't know what was going on.
Winning? That's what I want to know. Or, go ahead. Sorry.
That's what I didn't know what the number even meant when we were playing ranked. I don't think that wasn't even showing your rank. That was just showing like what level you were, like basically how much you've played ranked play. That wasn't actually showing your like skill rating. So that was stupid. So it sounds like that is fixed out. It actually shows your the rank you are.
Yes.
Not just the game level.
Yes. Yeah. So that's good. Restrictions. The create a class, kill streaks, and field upgrades menus now correctly display all restricted ranked play content as restricted, maybe. These restricted items can no longer appear to be equipped to ranked play loadouts, so that's good if true. Let's see. So I still don't see anything where it says when you finish the fucking game, it tells you how much rating you gained or lost. Maybe they did add that.
What do you mean? It was telling us that. It just wasn't showing it once you started queuing.
No, it was not. That minus 69 shit, I don't know if it was accurate or if it was even pertaining to your skill rating versus your like ladder progression or whatever. I know what you're talking about. I don't think that was the same thing. Whatever. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It was a
I'm
mess.
sure that's working correctly now that they've done all this other shit where there's like a whole My Career menu. I'm sure it works. Yeah.
That's what one would think. Yes. Increase the number of stars earned for ladder placement, for each ladder placement, to make progression through the 50 ranks slightly faster. More disconnect penalties. Oh, here we go. Like Overwatch. The first player to disconnect or quit a ranked play match in progress will receive a time suspension from ranked play matchmaking with increased durations for repeat offenders. The first player to disconnect from the match receives a larger penalty than players who disconnect afterward. So this is kind of the solution I was putting forward, which they've done. This company has done for Overwatch. This might even mean that if you disconnect after the first player, you only get a penalty that is equal to the penalty you would have gotten for merely losing, which you're going to anyway, and therefore you might as well quit to save yourself time. That is possibly what this means, in which case I really like this change.
Yeah.
But the first person to DC should get like a penalty above and beyond merely losing, obviously. So that's a good change. This is exactly what I had wanted, if I'm understanding this correctly. So that's good. Let's see. And then resolve some dev errors, which we were getting. And there you go. So
crazy that there were more changes to ranked play than pretty much this entire update.
For Vanguard.
Like what Sledgehammer actually did for Vanguard. Treyarch did more to ranked play than the actual main game.
Yeah, for sure.
It's insane, man.
Yeah. And then zombies updates, we would cover in an alternate dimension where zombies was worth playing. But as we talked about on Patreon, Vanguard Zombies is unsalvageable. It is irredeemable. It cannot and will not ever be fun. So I refuse on principle to talk about literally any of this. Doesn't matter. I don't care what they did. It's still not good. I'm not even reading it. There
are actually a decent amount of changes. Nothing good though. Yeah.
Yeah, they like added covenants and field upgrades and shit to a game mode that's terrible.
Let me talk about one thing here, because we had talked about this. So there is a dedicated server pause now. But the thing is, it's kind of funny because this doesn't matter because people aren't playing Vanguard Zombies anymore. But the good thing about Cold War Zombies is players that would go to rank 400 could pause the game overnight, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, get their boys ready, unpause, and keep grinding it out. You could only pause for 2 hours on this, which is like a lot for a casual like us. If we just want to go to the bathroom or something real quick, that's cool. But it's funny because you could never do what you could in Cold War anyways, which would get to like insane high levels because you could pause indefinitely, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
But again, not that this matters because no one plays 2 hours of Vanguard Zombies in a month, let alone in one play session. So it really doesn't matter. It's just funny. That's the way it was done. It's like 2 hours. Like, okay. So again, not helping the diehard Zombies players who want to grind levels whatsoever. That does nothing for them, but it doesn't matter because your Zombies experience isn't grindable. It's terrible.
Exactly. Yeah. It goes to show that they designed this Zombies not for going for high levels. That's what everyone's complaining about. One of the biggest problems with Vanguard. So it's like, you don't even need to be able to pause overnight because why are you doing that? There are no high levels to go for anyway.
Exactly.
So why even implement the feature? I don't know. Fuck Vanguard Zombies, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's good that you can pause now it's possible that there are going to be like weapon unlocks that are easiest in Zombies. So pausing to be able to go pee is good for those very specific instances. Might happen once or twice for you guys listening before the next game comes out, maybe. But other than that, who gives a fuck? So, and that's it for Vanguard. Really not much.
You didn't talk about the little arms race. They just wrote one little thing about it up here. Were you just not going to?
Yes.
Or was that in the other thing?
No. Let's talk about it. Yeah, okay. I forgot.
They really didn't say much about it, actually.
They didn't say anything in the actual patch notes because they've written some blurbs here at the top. So I'll just talk about this. Yeah, good call. New arms race mode arrives in Vanguard Season 2. Arms race takes place on Alps, the largest map in Verdansk, set in Task Force Yeti's
Vanguard
main area of operations. Fighting 12v12, players will drop in across this alpine tundra and need to capture all bases to win. So that sounds to me like Battlefield Rush. Is that correct? Like you capture one base and then you can move on.
Kind of. Uh-huh.
We'll get into it. Players can choose to deploy at any point that their team owns or spawn on squad members. Plus there will be, Champion Hill-esque buy stations where you can purchase weapons, field upgrades, and custom loadouts. Okay. Aside from its scale, what sets Arm Race apart is its vehicle play. Cringe. Players will take control of the motorcycle, CD-12 transport, and tank To help their team secure domination, players can get hands on these powerful vehicles by purchasing them at friendly bases. And that's all they say. So I have not played Arms Race yet. Tanner has. Why don't you fill us in on some more details here, Tanner? What's up with this Arms Race shit?
I only played about 2 matches of it last night, so what I know so far is not much. We'll cover it more on Saturday's Impressions pod, though. We're going to play it a little bit. So I was expecting and hoping, like, essentially ground war. It's more like ground war and, what was the mode called in Cold War? The big mode.
Oh my god, what was it called?
Oh my god, I literally was about to say it. I thought of the name and I just lost it. The mode that no one played, that was like their BR mode.
Dude,
Holy
fuck
shit.
me. What was it called?
Oh, I can't think of it. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Yeah,
now.
look that sucker up.
Called? Fire Team.
Fire Team.
Or no, I guess it's considered Combined Arms. No, it's not Combined Arms. It is Fire Team. That's what I'm thinking. Fire Team.
Oh, you're thinking of Fire Team. Okay.
It's essentially a mix between like Fire Team and like Ground War kind of. So it's like you start off, you spawn at your base. It's like Conquest. There's multiple points to capture. So there's like A, B, C, D, and I think E areas. So it's like once you capture one of those, then like it's basically like you're in this little castle and you can like sit on the walls and have nasty head glitches and defend it. And once you hold one of those objectives, then your like buy stations and shit spawn. So there's not just tanks on the map. You have to earn money, which you get from killing people, and then they drop cash like in Warzone. And then you can go to these buy stations and purchase items. There's also armored plates. Everyone spawns in with armored plates, so the time to kill obviously is a lot slower. It's a closer time to kill than Warzone than it is Vanguard multiplayer.
Okay.
It's almost, the time to kill may even be slower than Warzone, honestly. Maybe it's just because the people playing it are so just horrible.
Yeah.
Terrible players are playing this.
Yeah.
So there's only one map, which makes it pretty boring already, I can tell. It'll be extremely repetitive. But yeah, so it's like you keep capturing the flags. Weird shit starts happening. Again, I don't know exactly what. It's like nebula bombs start getting called in on certain bases. I don't know if that's like when you capture it from someone. I don't know, but it's like Conquest, so you can capture bases from someone. You can get in the bases, but you can't just like jump over the wall. Like you have to go in through like the front gate, which is like an automatic gate that opens when you get close. And so it's kind of easy to defend them because they can't like just jump over the walls or anything.
Yeah, I see.
So then, everyone spawns in with like an STG. It's weird. And then you can go to the buy stations and buy like a well gun, an auto, a Gorenko, like terrible guns. And it's just like a green version of it with like an optic on it, essentially. And then, I realized towards the end, you can also buy custom loadouts. I don't know if you can do that right away. I feel like there was a timer because I did not notice that early on. Maybe I was just wrong. And then you can buy your custom loadout. So of course, everyone was just running around with a Whitley.
How hard
and you can
is
buy
it
a tank.
To get money for a custom loadout?
Not hard. So that's what I was going to say next is a tank is like the most expensive thing. I'm pretty sure it's like $2,000. I had $2,000 a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the game.
Oh, wow.
There were surprisingly not as many people using the tanks as I thought them. Maybe it's just because it's a new game mode and they didn't know. Maybe I got in a lucky lobby, but the tanks are extremely broken. They're very fast. They have a decent amount of splash damage. Its rechamber speed is really quick. So like you can fire and you can fire again in probably 2 seconds.
Jesus.
So there's like no machine gun or anything on it, but if the person doesn't have like a rocket launcher, they're essentially fucked, and you'll just kill them. You can die pretty easily to like small arms fire. They'll start unloading mags into you, and it does kill you pretty quick. But overall, they're pretty damn broken. You can buy like kill streaks and stuff. So what can you buy? Like strafe run, mortar barrage, I think. Glide bomb, different stuff like that. So it was interesting. Probably giving me like, fire team vibes where it's cool, but there's not much replayability at that in that sense. It's like it's almost trying to be like its Vanguard version of Warzone. With like the armored plates and everything and buy stations. Oh, and then you also spawn in a plane, so you have to jump out and parachute and land wherever you want. The map is not big, by the way. They say it's the biggest Vanguard map. Yeah, it's not large, though. Not very large at all.
Yeah, for 12s, that's probably good. For 12s.
Yeah. Especially because the movement is so fast. Like Cold War, the maps felt bigger, I feel like, because you move so damn slow. So if you played like Dirty Bomb, it took 20 minutes to get to the other side of the map. And this, though, because the movement speed is insane, it makes the map seem a lot smaller than it is. And then it starts like closing in because areas get covered in like the nebula gas, essentially. And then it's like everyone's fighting over one objective at the end. So it was kind of fun. It's interesting. It won't be a popular game mode going forward, though, at all.
Okay.
It's not Ground War that we wanted at all.
There's no like squads, right? Can you share money?
No, you get put in squads. I assume you can drop money. I never tried, but yeah, I don't even know if it let me pick or change a squad. I think it just throws you in one. So you probably just have to straight up, queue with someone, obviously, if you want to be in their squad.
Yeah.
Just randomly assigns you. Yeah. I think it needs to be more than 12 versus 12. It'd be probably more fun if it was like 18 or 16s, but
yeah, I
don't know. It was a mode.
Yeah, for sure. This feels like it will suffer the same fate as like Combined Arms did in Cold War. That was actually the most fun mode for me in Cold War, but even that got super old super fast because of the lack of maps. And even Combined Arms had more than one map on launch. Yeah,
it launched with 3 Combined Arms maps, 2 or 3.
Yes.
And then I think when it ended, there was like 6 maybe.
I don't even know if it was that. Yeah, maybe. Because they added like Miami to it and shit.
Yeah.
But even those 3 maps got old pretty fast. This one map, I don't care how fun the mode is. Even if it's the perfect mode, I'm not playing one map for, 2 hours straight. Like, it's just not happening.
And I'm not even... Since this came in Season 2 Reloaded, it's like when we get Season 3 in 4 weeks... Are we even going to get another map? I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
I feel like it would have just launched with 2 maps if they had 2 maps ready. So it's like, I don't think there's going to be another one ready by the time Season 3 rolls around. Meaning we probably won't get another map for this until Season 3 Reloaded or Season 4. And at that point, no one's going to give a shit about it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. So I'll be trying this. Tanner will play it more. I'll make him. And then we'll see how that goes. But it's cool. I don't know. It's not like Ground War, though. And that's something Tanner and I had talked about. And I was saying, like, I hope this is like Ground War. Because that would be a lot of fun in Vanguard. Really big map, ton of people, and no tanks. They would have added tanks. But
this is absolutely...
this sounds nothing like Ground War at all.
No, this is absolutely the mode that all the leakers were saying that Ground War was coming to Vanguard. This is absolutely the mode, and we're probably never getting Ground War, so that sucks. Which is also why we don't really talk about leaks anymore, because it's like they probably see a tank in the file and say, "Oh, Ground War's coming," and it's some other shitty mode, and then we'll just never see Ground War. So that's unfortunate.
We will absolutely never see Ground War.
Yeah,
1,000%.
If Ground War doesn't magically launch when Season 3 comes out, it will never come to Vanguard. Yeah,
and even if it did, it wouldn't be good because it would be one map.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just don't have the manpower. Yeah, it's not happening. So
real shame.
So anyway, there you go. Those are Vanguard Season 2 patch notes, reloaded patch notes. Not much, honestly. Not too much. Although Arms Race is a fairly big deal, but if it's only one map, from our perspective, it's not going to be that much. So
no.
Now, let's move on to Warzone Season 2 Reloaded patch notes. And there's a lot more to talk about here, I suspect. So, start with the release time, health changes. Start here. So, Raven tweeted out a poll. They asked if they want players to have 50 more health like they do in Vanguard Royale. When we covered this, we told you guys we are getting more health in BR. And we did, because we were right, because of course we were. So, everyone now has 150 health in Warzone. And they used to have 100. Plus plates, that's a total of 400 health, up from 350. Fairly big deal. Slower time to kill. It's what most people wanted on Twitter. It's what most of them voted for. And now we've gotten it. In addition, Vanguard Royale is no more. Warzone's devs will merge Vanguard Royale and Battle Royale together, which brings Vanguard Royale's 150 health to the core mode. Health will remain the same in Rebirth Island for the foreseeable future, because Raven wants to gauge feedback before committing the change to both maps. That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah. Very weird.
I would imagine we're getting increased health and rebirth fairly soon as well.
It would probably come with season 3. I would probably rather have it on rebirth, because these 16-year-old demons running around with their scuffs just don't miss any shots on me from 10 meters away, and that's what every gunfight is.
If anything needed more health, it was rebirth first. Yeah, that is very weird. It will come to rebirth, though. I'm fairly confident saying that. But it is in regular BR, and Vanguard Royale is no more. But regular BR is getting a lot of features from Vanguard Royale, which we're going to get into. Very interesting.
By the way, I think you were just talking about the total health. Did you say it was 400? Because whatever you were saying, I think you got those numbers wrong. It was 250 total before. Oh, correct. Now we're up to 300 total. Yes. 400 is Iron Trial. So we're at 300 total health in regular BR on Caldera now.
Yes. Yeah. Up from 250. Yeah, correct.
That's fully plated.
Fully plated. Rebirth Island has also had some map changes in Warzone Season 2 Reloaded. Here's a little picture for your convenience. See the new Warzone or Rebirth Island map. So we still see prison here. There's still the dog shit water tower thing. Let's see.
And the sniper tower.
Sniper tower, whatever. Oh, wait, yeah, there's the water tower. There's the sniper tower. So, okay, I see. So this is Decon.
Are you getting confused like everyone's saying the map is flipped? I was for a second,
but I figured it out now. Here's Decon. I think this building has changed, because I don't think that used to be there in that way. Maybe it had. Maybe it was. I don't know. That's... what is this one called? This little building right here. This long building.
That's Decon, isn't it?
Okay, then what is this building called? I always get those two mixed up. Bio, yes. This is Bio. That's Decon. Control center somewhere over there. Here's prison. Here's the new security area down here. Looks fairly similar. And then this side of the map, which was like all buildings anyway. Curious to see what's going on with security area. So they changed some shit. Let's read a little more about what they've said. Warzone Pacific Season 2 brings Rebirth Island Reinforced, the biggest update since its original release back in December 2020. Significantly altered several points of interest, including Stronghold, and added a new one known as Dock. The devs also revealed there will be a Rebirth Reinforced event, and Payload, Blood Money, and a new Resurgence Solos mode will be featured in weekly playlists. This update turns the security area into the new Stronghold POI, docks a ship on either side of the island, and majorly overhauls areas such as the prison yard. So, very interesting. Charlie Intel has a guide to the new Rebirth Island ship, which is very interesting. Oh, this is good, actually. We got some new pictures. So here is... What did they say? Fuck me. Okay. Rebirth Reinforced Stronghold POI. So this is formerly security area. Yes. Now we've got Stronghold. It does look pretty different, actually. We've got a little gate, the garage, which I think is the same. It looks like there still will be a helicopter here.
Yeah.
This honestly does not look that different. There's like a 2-story building closer to prison that used to not be there. But it looks very similar still to me. Am I crazy?
Yeah, it's entirely different, but I mean everything is laid out differently except for essentially one building, and that building also you can now get on the roof and jump through into the inside. So the whole thing is different. It's not even similar in literally any way at all. Yeah,
it looks incredibly similar to me.
But it's about you're dumb. It's about what I expected, because we had talked about that on the Patreon episode. I'm like, what are they gonna do to security area? Like if they add some massive building, like what's that control or something that's like 3 or 4 stories, I feel like that area is just gonna be I just couldn't see them doing any of that shit. And this is about what I expected. So there's like a new building that's 2 stories and you can get on the roof. It's still pretty low, even though it's 2 stories. It's very low, actually. Whereas like control center is, I guess technically 3. Yeah, it is 3. But yeah, and then there's like a dumb little tower, which doesn't matter because it's all the way in the corner of the map. So, you know, it's kind of dumb. But I mean, overall, it's definitely a better area to drop it out, I would imagine. You at least have cover from shit.
You have way more cover now. Yeah, for sure. But I still think, like we had been talking about before the changes came into being, this is still not really a spot worth dropping in unless the circle is like only here, because you're still way lower elevation than prison, and prison still exists. And so if you have to cross up there, you're still kind of fucked. As far as I can tell.
This is also, that's true, yeah. It is that same incline. Actually, look at on the bottom left of the image. That staircase looks new. That metal staircase, doesn't it? Yes. So I wonder if it is easier to get up in some way. Well, either way, it's still a lot lower. Well, I know there's a staircase, but I remember it being like a spiral one off, like a little bit above that. So that may be different. I'm not sure. Either way, you still have to rotate up, yeah. But there's going to be a lot more people coming here now, because I don't know if you saw, but there is a little vault inside of that building with a tower on it.
Oh, I didn't
and essentially,
see that yet.
There's places you can land. So, like at bioweapons, none of this is going to be in the patch notes, so I'll talk about it here. There's like, for example, at bioweapons labs, if you go down into the little bunker there, you know how there's those showers. You go up to one of the shower heads and you press an interact button, and it drops money out of the shower head, and then it drops a key card out of the shower head.
Oh.
You get that key card and you go over here to Stronghold. You go into this little fucking bank vault thing. You open it up and it drops specialist tokens, a loadout marker, and like money and shit.
Wow.
So there's going to be a ton of people going to this area regardless. That's all over TikTok. There's 3 spots on the map where you can grab those key cards to get on here. So people like speedrun it. People now land on that, grab a chopper or something, or just jump off top prison and basically float all the way down here and then get specialists from it.
Smile.
So it's going to be a hot area for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay.
You can actually just camp it, probably. That's the move.
That's what I was thinking. Just
land there, claymore the vault, and camp it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to be a real piece of shit.
Because I assume if you kill the person, they'll drop the key card. I'm not positive, though. They should.
They used to. In Nakatomi, they dropped the key card.
Yeah. So that's cool and cute. I actually like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I hate that they added specialists, but if it was just a bunch of money, I would like this more.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know if you get specialist every time or if it's like, because it seemed like you got a loadout marker every time. So I think it was random. I think you get a loadout either way, and sometimes you can get a specialist token. I'm not positive.
Yeah. So that's fairly something, I guess. Whatever. And then next we got Rebirth Reinforced Docks POI. Here's a screenshot of that. So this is, where was this actually?
This is by Nova 6 Factory, isn't it?
West side of the map. Is security north or south?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
South. Now they're confusing me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they did flip the map like people are saying.
Yeah, so this is somewhere on the map for sure. And it's the docks. Yeah. So the edges of the map like this, there was the control center side, which was just like nothing was there. There were no buildings or anything. And then there was the other side, which was never worth going to for reasons we talked about. So I don't know what side this is on. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have many thoughts on this, honestly. It seems
it's
like
just
if you're anywhere on
that
this
you can
boat,
go in and loot.
You're going to get shit on by everyone on that building that's closer to center.
Yeah.
Kind of still like it used to be before. And look how close you are, too. You're like really fucked if someone's on that rooftop. It's actually
a terrible spot to land. Yeah, because you're just going to get rooftop camp. Yeah, I think this is a dog shit spot. This is the other thing we had talked about in that Patreon episode. I'm like, the whole Nova area is awful, because it's so much taller, but then it's also way lower than prison.
Exactly.
So now you're on the roof of Nova. Prison has a clear view on you, and now you can just camp dock. So I don't know. Yep. Kind of a shit way to add a POI, but
yeah, which is what like you said, it was what we said. Is like, doesn't matter what you do over here because you're still going to be so much lower elevation than mid.
Yeah,
it's just going to be bad. So yeah, that seems to be the case. Unsurprisingly. So there you go. And then there are also now weapon trading stations. So these stations are similar to buy stations, but instead of purchasing items like gas masks with a dollar amount, players will be able to use their weapons as currency. You'll be able to trade weapons for items like self-revives, gas masks, etc. This unique feature will also make its way to Caldera later this year. Weapon trade stations allow an operator to give up their weapon in exchange for one of lesser quality plus additional items, depending on the original weapon's rarity. So I'm not sure exactly what that means. So maybe you trade in a blue ground loot gun, and then you get a green ground loot gun plus a gas mask, for example, or something like that. I don't know how random this is. I don't know how static it is. I don't know what the conversion rate is.
It explains it all in the other patch notes.
Play. Okay.
No.
So
we'll go back to that other document you had. Yeah, it tells you exactly how it works.
Okay. So we'll get more into the details on that in a minute. Redeploy balloons are coming to Rebirth Island, which is cool. I imagine they work exactly the same as they do in Caldera. Redeploy balloons on Rebirth is super, super interesting because the map is so small. I feel like you could take a redeploy balloon and get to anywhere else on the map at any time.
Yeah.
But they're also going to be super hot for that reason.
If I'm not mistaken, I thought they don't spawn in off the rip. You have to go and buy it to open it up. So that makes it, regardless, even if it's $500, less people would be using them just because of the fact that they're not already there. So you have to pay money. Like if it gets destroyed on Caldera and you have to pay money, I'm pretty sure that's how this works, is you have to pay money off the rip.
Okay. Interesting. That makes sense.
Destroyed by default, yes. And they have less health to start, and only up to 4 can be active at a time.
Oh.
Which is already that's about the amount I would imagine they would have, is like 3 or 4. So that's still
so that's not as crazy then as I thought. Okay.
No.
Still, I like the inclusion though, and I think those restrictions are probably fine. Something we're gonna have to play and kind of get a feel for. But what are your thoughts on that?
I like it. The only thing is, since I feel like they won't be that strong. Because you think now, like respawning and resurgence, there's spawn protection. If there's no spawn protection on Rebirth, you're going to get destroyed out of the air the second you hit the top of that redeploy balloon.
I think you move so fast, you're kind of good. Unless I see what you're saying though. Like once you're descending again. Yeah,
I just feel like you're going to get destroyed out of the sky. I haven't seen this used once yet. Actually, I haven't seen any clips of this, which makes me think, like I said, there's less people using it because they don't spawn by default. And maybe that is the case. Maybe people are getting destroyed while using them, so they're just not. I don't know.
To be fair, like you said, when you're playing Resurgence, there's less of a reason to. Because you're probably going to die, and then you can just drop wherever the fuck you want because you're already in the air anyway. So it's like, who cares? That's probably a big part of why you don't see people using them that much, because they just don't really need to. I don't know. I like it though, and we'll have to play and kind of get our impressions on that. So,
yeah, I like it.
Yeah. The LTMs, which I'm not talking about, I don't care.
Yep. And that's
kind of it for this article. So, okay. So now, Rebirth Reinforced event in Warzone Season 2 Reloaded. So this is like the little community event, which is cute. The devs described it as the latest community-based experience where your actions on Rebirth Island actually contribute to Perseus' rebuild. Now, shit like this makes me mad because, okay, imagine they put out a community challenge. The community doesn't
Yeah.
finish the challenge. Do you think they're just going to not release the thing?
No, exactly. They know they're going to do it either way, so they set a pretty low standard knowing they're going to hit that because they have all the metrics. They know in X amount of time how many kills happen on Rebirth total in the world. So it's like they know everyone's going to hit it. Yeah, it's just like instead of just adding an event, adding it in, they're like, oh, let's make this an event. I'm fine with it because you're getting the shit like you're saying, but it's like, yeah, you could just give it to us now too, but okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just like, don't tell me I'm contributing to Perseus's rebuild. I'm not. This is getting added no matter what. It's that simple, but okay, whatever. If the LTM is fun, then who cares? So,
yeah.
Like normal, players can complete challenges to earn new cosmetic items, such as a legendary blueprint, which I don't care. And they can also complete community challenges. If players earn enough Rebirth Island kills following the update, those who participated will automatically receive 25,000 XP, which doesn't matter, and unlock the use of weapon trade stations on the island. So if you want to use those weapon trade stations, you're going to have to get an amount of kills. That's kind of cool, making you play it enough to unlock a feature, I guess, depending on how many kills that is, I suppose. But there you go. And yes, the weapon trade stations allow players to give up their weapon exchange for one of lesser quality plus additional items depending on the original weapon's rarity. These items can include cash, equipment, satchels, self-reses, kill streaks, or even a specialist token. There will be 3 more community challenges following the first one, so stay tuned. So right now it seems like the challenge is just get kills. So there you go.
Yeah.
The new gun, the Arma Guerra, is also in Warzone. The unlock we already talked about, but it is the fastest firing weapon in its category. Jesus Christ. But with high recoil and low damage to balance that out. So, interesting. PPSH rate of fire is what? 1100 RPM?
I feel like they're talking about default though, without attachments. So I wonder if how many fire rate mods does the PPSH have?
Has recoil booster, which this will have. It has a fire rate barrel, which this will probably have. And it has the smaller caliber round, which makes it fire faster, which this will also probably have. So it is possible that a max fire rate PPSH fires faster than this if the attachments that give fire rate give less fire rate on the Arma Guerra than they do on the PPSH. However, I find that unlikely. I think a max fire rate Arma Guerra is going to fire faster than a PPSH.
I'm looking it up on sim.gg right now. I'll let you know in a second.
Okay, so while Tanner looks into that, interesting. I have not heard too many rumblings about this yet. A couple people in Twitch chat have been saying it fucks. If it's a very high fire rate SMG, I imagine it's probably pretty good. Now, I am very curious what the hipfire spread on this gun will be in Warzone, because if I can have a PPSH with a faster fire rate and the same hipfire, ridiculously tight hipfire spread in Warzone, sign me the fuck up, but also not going to be fun to fight against. And especially on a 12-tick server, do we need fucking 1,300 round per minute guns? No, probably not. We probably don't want those, but I'll abuse it for sure. And the high recoil shit won't matter if you're hip firing it. It will matter potentially if you're aiming down sights, but it will not matter if you're hip firing it. So, okay, we'll see. I'm certainly fucking see.
Confused.
You little.
So they said it's the highest
pussy?
Fire rate in its class, right?
Let me see. Fastest firing weapon in its category. Yes.
According to sim.gg, which supposedly is pulled straight from the files of the game, even by default, the PPSH has a faster fire rate. It says it's 952, and the Arma Guerra says 938.
Okay.
And even with max attachments, the PPSH becomes 1300, and the Armas, from what I can tell, can only go up to about 1100. So I don't know if sim.gg is wrong, or I would put it more likely that Raven's wrong about how their own game works.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
So it sounds like that's fake news. The PPSH fires faster.
Yeah. Okay. 1100 still quite fast.
Oh, it's very fast. Yeah. But they're just wrong about their own game. Yeah.
I'm honestly kind of glad because we don't need a gun firing even faster than 1,300 fucking rounds per minute. So I'll take it. Oh, you know what? The PPSH might have like a compressed round or some shit. Does it? No, it doesn't. Never mind.
No,
it doesn't.
No.
You use hollow point.
Yeah. It's the barrel, recoil booster, and then the magazine type.
Yes.
Yeah. And like I said, even by default, it's faster. So that's cool.
So what are your thoughts on the Armaguerra?
I've heard it's good, but there's not really a reason to run it. Because I think to have the fastest fire rate set up, you don't get a lot of ammo. So it's like at that point, you can do way more damage per mag with like an Owen or a well gun. I'm pretty sure that's what I had seen.
I see. Okay.
But I don't know. I'm excited to use it. I'll have it unlocked today for sure, and I'll let you guys know on Saturday. But also they said high recoil. The videos I've seen, it literally did not move.
That's
none of the guns have recoil.
As well.
So again, whoever's writing these hasn't ever played the game, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah, so very cool. Whatever.
J God said it was like an AS Val. I think that's what he said. He said you have to use, to get the really fast time to kill, you have to use a tiny mag, which like Jax is saying, it's like 34 rounds or something. He's like, so it'll melt in solos or duos, but in anything else, it's not worth running. It's usually just not worth only having 34 rounds, especially in a gun that's going to have like 1,000 fire rate.
Well, aren't people using the Type 100? Oh yeah, the fire rate. That's probably why. Because people are using the Type 100, which is like 32 rounds.
No, Type 100 has 48.
I thought the mag everyone used was 32 for the Type 100 for the insane shredder build.
Nope, pretty sure it's 48.
Chat will let us know, but even if it is 32, you're right. The fire rate is so much slower on a Type 100 that it matters less. So yeah, okay. Either way. So, okay, well, there you go. I don't know. Yeah, we'll come back to you guys.
No, it's 48, yeah. It's an 8mm 48 round drum.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Then, yeah, whatever. Okay, moving on to the actual patch notes. Vanguard weapons now have inspect animations. We'll see. Deployable buy stations have been added to Warzone. Added as legendary ground loot, the deployable buy station is a field upgrade that, once the marker is deployed, will call in a buy station to the location. I wonder what color the smoke is. That's very interesting. The deployable buy station has the same inventory as the normal buy, and it will show up on the TAC map for everyone to see, it seems like, with its own unique icon. That is very interesting. First thought, kudos on adding something that will actually change how the game is played. I like that. Also kudos on adding a field upgrade that's really good, but it doesn't make it so that it's stopping power or dead silence, where if I see that person, I'm 100% dead. Another good job there. So I kind of like the idea off the rip, because you also need money to use a deployable buy station if you happen to find one. Stopping power is just always good to find, which is why it was like dog shit to be in the game. And so is dead silence. But deployable buy stations, it's only as good as how much money you have. So
True.
I kind of like this actually quite a bit. And it's something that's unlike a portable decontamination station, something I'll actually use when I fucking pick it up. So that's nice too. I also like how it shows up on everyone's map with its own unique icon. That's very cool. Couple questions. I'm assuming it takes as long to actually be on your screen, usable, as like a loadout drop. I think
Correct.
That's fine. What color is the smoke? Number one. When does the icon show up? When it's actually usable or when it first gets called in? And how long does it last? Is it up forever? And is it destroyable? These are some questions I have. Regardless of the answers to those, I like that this is being added, and good job adding features that will actually change how each match is played. I'm a fan. What are your thoughts?
I like it a lot. It's kind of like the redeploy balloon thing, in my opinion. It's a solid change, not going to hurt anything. Like you said, yeah, you still have to have money. So even if you find one, it's like, cool. I think best case scenario is you find one and like say you're heading to a loadout or you're heading to a buy station and you notice someone's camping there, you see glint, someone starts sniping at you or something, you're like, okay, fuck it, let's just use this buy station right now. You toss it down and cover, you buy real quick, and then you go fight them or something. So I think it'll make a lot of cool situations where you got to use your brain and make plays like that. So I love it.
Yeah, I agree. It's not unbalanced, and it's almost like a quality of life change. Because, yeah, sometimes, like, buy stations are getting camped and shit. Now, there is a lot of outplay potential here. If there are, like, if you're, like, endgame, there's, like, 5 other teams left. Or maybe there are, like, 10 other teams left. You have a deployable buy station. You think, like, all right, we're going to hang on to this because there's no more buy stations in zone, and we have, like, a teammate down. Luckily, we have this. I'm going to throw this sucker, buy my teammate back. He can get pings midair, and then we can, like, win the game. I think that's cool. I like this. And I like that it's a marker because you can drop it if you die. So if you get killed before you have a chance to throw it, then you're going to lose it. I like everything about this. I think I like.
I like you can use it as bait even late game. Let's say you have you already have two loadouts. You don't actually have to buy it. You already have restock or ghost. You could throw that sucker to the other side of zone, right in the middle of zone, and someone's going to start peeking that, thinking someone's actually going to use it, and you could use that as like a little bait and just kill someone trying to use it.
Yeah, for sure. So this is very cool. I'm a big fan of this. And it's unlike, again, the portable decontamination station or the fucking, the dog shit gas ammo, Nebula 5 rounds, something that'll actually change my gameplay experience and something I'll want to pick up instead of literally ignore, like the legendary portable decontamination station. So cool.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Gas mask. Players will now be able to drop their gas mask, whether to give it to a squad mate or out of choice, through the inventory. Thank God, finally, huge. This has absolutely no downsides and should have been done day one, but finally they got around to it. Not much to say here other than this is a good change. Because if you don't like this change, then just never drop your gas mask. That's fine. Who cares? So this is very good. I like player choice. And finally, armor satchels. Players can collect the armor plates within ground loot armor satchels, even if they currently have a satchel. And satchels now show how many armor plates they contain in their loot card. So it's another thing that we wanted to see, and I'm glad I am seeing it finally. This, however, does somewhat impact the game because this is going to equate to more plates on the map, which is something. There will be a lot more plates in general now. I think that's probably fine. I don't think that's a big deal. I think overall this is a net positive. Would you agree?
Yeah, I had seen something that someone was complaining about with this. I think it was like people keep finding satchels now if like they don't have one and they go to pick a satchel up. And I saw people saying every satchel they come across always has 0 plates in it.
Oh.
So it's like they grab a satchel thinking it's going to have 8 plates when they had nothing. And then really they just don't get shit. They get an empty satchel. So it should still technically be adding more plates to the map.
If that's, I didn't think about that. It's not adding more plates to the map, but now that I think about it.
Also, though, it does something like, I think it auto drops your plates if you pick one up.
That's a nice quality of life change.
I thought I saw that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But either way, that's something I also hadn't thought about, that you're going to come across a bunch of satchels with 0 plates then when you really need it. So that's going to be annoying.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I still think overall that's probably fine, though. I think this is still probably overall better. This is one thing when satchels came out. There weren't satchels when Warzone launched. And then when they got added, I remember Tanner and I had a conversation about, should you just automatically have full plates when you pick up a satchel? Because when they initially said they were going to add them, they described it as an item that allows you to carry up to 8 reserve rather than 5. So there was nothing implied in that that said it would also just give you full plates. So this is going to like what I had originally thought fucking 2 years ago a satchel would be when you looted it, which is an empty container that is a larger container than the current one you have. So I don't know. This will be something.
Yeah.
But
that's something, all right.
We'll play and we'll get back to that. Recovery. While down, players will be able to control the state they will be self-revived in to allow for being in a prone or crouched state. I don't know if this means, if this is like a menu item where you go into your settings and you select how you want to be rezzed, or if it's like you can change it in-game, like a stance button.
Well, it should be like a stance button. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is good.
Yeah. A setting would like defeat the purpose of it, really.
Yes. So cool. Contract. In-world contracts have been rotated at an angle to make them easier to find and ping. I don't know what that means. Contracts will show on the TAC map even when an existing contract is in progress to better enable forward tactical pacing. Thank God. That's cool. I'm happy to see that. So we can be like, all right, we're going to do this bounty and then that one. And like we can see them both the whole time. Very cool. Day one shit.
You can also see if they're disappearing then now. You can see if someone grabbed the next one you're going to, you know? Whereas before you just wouldn't know if shit was there.
Yeah,
it'll give you more intel.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Rebalanced the distribution of contracts in BR and plunder modes to better favor bounties. Let's go!
Jesus.
Let's go, dude.
Settle down,
fucking
man.
Finally,
shit.
man. Finally. Tanner, they listen to the pod. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I did not think this was ever going to happen, but they did it, man. They finally did it. Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's fantastic news.
That's a big poggers there.
That's a big fucking fat, thick poggers. Hell yes. So very good. Cool. Okay. Wait. Now that they've combined Vanguard Royale and regular BR, did they bring back big game bounties?
I believe big games are back in, yes.
And more regular bounties? Let's absolutely fucking go.
Yeah,
let's absolutely fucking go. Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's really good to see. Okay, cool. Most wanteds have been removed from the selection pool of top secret. So if you pick up a top secret, you won't get a most wanted. Don't care. Don't pick those up. Smoke grenades. Improvements have been made to better distinguish the visual difference between loadouts, deployable buy stations, and smokes when viewed in-world. So if you're going to go loot a smoke grenade, you can see like a little bit of smoke around it. It'll be white. If it's like a loadie, it'll be red. So you can like see them more obviously. That's probably good because like loadout drop markers, you just won't see unless you can see pick up loadout drop marker. You'll never see it.
It looked like just a smoke grenade.
Yeah.
No.
I've just never seen one before. But I picked some
up. And that's what I saw. The Warzone creative director, Ted, said that on Twitter. He was like, this is a quality of life change because I've watched a bunch of people's streams where there's a loadout marker on the ground that I see and they just assume it's a smoke and just run past it. He's like, so this was a change we made so people can definitely visually tell the difference and pay attention more.
That's going to be more important for the buy station markers than loadies even.
For sure, yeah, 100%.
People just throw loadies right away. More good shit. Players can now cut their shoots at any point before their feet touch the ground. Finally, man. Let's go. So I think it's still going to be possible to die if you deploy your shoot too late. So if you're like, 2 feet from the ground and you deploy your shoot, it'll let you. You'll still die though. So that's gonna be something you still have to keep in mind. But this is a good quality of life change, which I like.
Yeah, it's more because this happened all the time on Caldera. You would jump off a little rock face and it would let you pull your shoot, so you'd be floating, but then it wouldn't let you cut it. So then you'd just be like stuck floating around until you hit the ground. Yeah. So. Yep. This should have been in with the update where they changed what height you could pull your shoot from, but whatever, it's here now.
Indeed it is. An adjustment has been made to slightly, increase the height required for being able to deploy a parachute in order to reduce false positives of the chute opening when jumping at an angled low height. Okay.
So now you can't pull your chutes as low to the ground at times, actually, is what they're saying, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what they're saying. So
it's because it was pretty much getting you killed?
So, wait, yeah. Increase the height required. Because I thought there were problems with people jumping off of shit. The game doesn't let them pull their chute, but then they die to fall damage. But then they'd want to slightly decrease the height required, not increase it. So I don't know what this... I don't understand this, to be honest. I don't get it. So, whatever. I don't know. An additional bug fix is in development to fix certain operator parachute behavior currently being inconsistent, which is a JGOD video we covered on the last episode. So, heavy weapon drop public event. Heavy weapon drops have had their default loot vastly improved because these were not worth getting. Okay, now they are. They include a guaranteed UAV and a guaranteed legendary loot item. So I would treat these now as guaranteed UAVs. A guaranteed legendary loot item. Well, legendary loot could be like a self-res. So these are definitely worth doing now. And probably a deployable buy station. So these are going to be hot, dude. These heavy weapon drop public events. And they're going to be worth getting.
A guaranteed UAV. Yeah, holy shit.
And
I mean, they were already hot before. We just personally never went to them. They were all landed on every single time.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know what they're... I hope this doesn't give you something like a Juggernaut or has a chance to do it, because Juggernauts are now in Rebirth, and I don't think they put that in any of these patch notes. Yeah, it's like, why make all these solid Rebirth changes and fucking add... No one wants Juggernaut. No one in the world wants Juggernaut. No one. How have you not figured that out?
It's so crazy.
It's like they do all these smart things for quality of life shit that people have been begging to see change, and then they add back in Juggernaut. Why?
I know.
I don't care if the chance to spawn is 0.5%. Stop. Nobody wants it, man.
I agree. Yeah, I
hope this can't... I mean, Juggernaut on Caldera is a lot worse than Rebirth. Rebirth, you could kill everyone on the map.
Yeah, that's true too. So hopefully it's not, but yeah, you're probably right. It probably would not be that big of an issue. Fire sale public event. The buy station fire sale discount has been decreased from 80% to 50% for UAVs. So instead of a UAV being what? 1/5, I don't know how much that is. It's now 3,000 for a UAV, which is higher than it used to be.
Yeah, it was 1,200 or something, maybe.
It sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, I guess. The commendations page will now show unearned commendations to better help players collect them all. What? What's a commendation? Like a medal?
It's those things in the like barracks headshots? That were on MW multiplayer, I believe, where it was like... No, that was the season challenges. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I think it's just like headshot medals.
I guess.
Why would you want to collect them all?
No, because it's got to be the ones that are for, like, do this and you get this. Like, MW still has all those, like, weekly and daily challenges and shit.
Yes.
Could just be something to do with those.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That's why we don't know about it, so this doesn't matter. Let's see. Weapon trade station. Here we go. Okay. Complete list of weapon trade station opportunities and their respective rewards. Had to take a giant gulp of water.
Big gulp.
Fire sale deal. Really don't start with the fire sale deal, but okay. Accepts any weapon and gives great rewards. Players can only do this one time per weapon trade station. And there's a bunch of shit. I'm not talking about a fire sale deal because it doesn't matter. So if you trade in a legendary, a custom, an ultra, or a heroic rarity weapon. Okay, legendary and custom, I know what that is. Ultra, I would assume, is purple. I don't know what heroic means. What is that? Is that like the 7 attachment Cold War gun you can get or some shit?
I have no idea. Heroic? Probably, yeah. Maybe. That would make sense.
So maybe those are back? I don't know. Whatever. So you'll get randomly one of these 5 things. Rare gun with 2 extra mags. Holy shit, that would be awful. Legendary kill streak, which would be UAV, precision airstrike. One of those 2. a legendary field upgrade, or a specialist token, and getting either of those is a very low drop percentage. $800 or $1,200. Holy shit, scammed. And then 1 lethal or tactical equipment. So that is for trading in a fucking custom gun. Holy shit, that's bad. Yikes. So I would never trade in a custom or maybe a legendary if it's like a terrible gun I don't want to use. But okay, pretty shit rewards.
Well, all the legendary ground loot guns are mostly bad anyways. I think it's more because you also get extra ammo with it. So if you like just spawn in or something, you can use it.
All of these?
Oh, yes, you get all of those.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You get another gun with 2 extra mags. You get a kill streak. You either get a field upgrade or specialist. You get money and you get equipment or tactical.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, I thought you randomly got 1 for some reason. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay, then that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. So definitely worth doing then in that case. Wow, that's a lot. Is that too much?
I mean, essentially, no, I don't think so.
Well, think about it. There, like you said, there is a lot of utter dog shit legendary blueprints.
That's true.
So it's like, okay, cool. I just got a free rare gun with 2 extra mags. The rare gun's probably better because all it has is an optic and a gun. And that's probably better than the dog shit Gunsmith Guru Galaxy Brains came up with for their legendary blueprint. So the gun's probably better. And then you also get extra ammo, either a UAV or a precision, a fucking legendary field upgrade or a specialist token, some money, and then a lethal or a tactical. Yikes. I don't like this. I don't like this because of how dog shit the legendary ground loot is. Ground loot weapons are. You're basically guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to
shit.
find that many. You usually don't find a legendary.
That's true.
Gun, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, okay. Well, either way, there you go.
Plus, once people get their loadouts, they're not going to use this.
That's also true.
Which you get your loadout in a minute on Rebirth.
This is for... Yeah, Rebirth. Okay, epic rarity weapon. Uncommon rarity gun with 2 extra mags, so it's like a green. A self-res, a satchel, or epic kill streak, which is a cluster strike. What else is epic kill streak? Maybe the combat bow is epic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or epic field upgrade or legendary field upgrade. And then some money. And then for a rare gun, you get a common gun, a gas mask, and a rare field upgrade or satchel or muni. Uncommon rarity gun weapon. You get a common gun, a lethal, and a tactical. And if you trade in a gray gun, you get another random gray gun. Okay. Which is actually not bad. That's kind of one of the most common uses I would have, honestly.
I mean, if you pick up like a shitty pistol and you're right next to one, yeah, you could just pop it real quick and be like, oh, cool, I just got a shitty assault rifle, which is still way better.
Can you just keep re-rolling that until you get like a good common gun?
I don't think so. I think it said...
That was only for the fire sale deal.
Oh, can only do 1 at a time. Yeah, maybe you could, actually. Could you just keep re-rolling your same gun?
I wonder if you could trade in your pistol you drop with.
I would imagine. So another thing Rebirth has now that's not in the patch notes, by the way, is there are static gun spawns at different locations. So if you didn't think the towers were annoying enough, at the sniper tower now, there is a kitted out legendary HDR that spawns on top of that. It's leaning up against the wall. So you can land there, be at tower. As soon as the round starts, grab the HDR and just start sniping kids who are on prison roof with their pistol.
Wow.
There's one on water tower. The one on water tower is, I think, a Car 98. There is a Mac 10 at Control Center. There's like 4 or 5 of those around the map.
Okay.
So those are going to be hot drops now from people literally landing there just to get a gun off the rip and knowing what gun it's going to be and knowing it's going to be a good gun.
I'm honestly not mad about that.
I'm not mad about it either. It's fine. I mean, if you have an HDR, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you still have to hit it. So
the car one's kind of annoying, but
yeah.
Oh, there's a kitted brew in top prison too. Holy shit, that one's annoying.
So weird they're adding fucking 3-year-old guns, whatever. Communications towers. Players may spend $1,500 to activate red communications towers across the map to enable a stationary UAV at its location. Does this give everyone in that area access to the UAV? Just you?
It's just you, and it literally sweeps once. It does one sweep of that area.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a ripoff, really. 1,500 for a sweep is terrible, but if you have money and you want to know if there's people in a building, I guess it's smart to use.
I think that's cool. I like this.
Yeah, it's not ruining the gameplay at all. Exactly. So I like it.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Stage blueprints and items, which Tanner said wasn't in the patch notes. Okay. That's exactly what he just said. Golden vaults and secrets, which Tanner also said was not.
That's an R9 shotgun, by the way.
That is
R9 Dragon's Breath, probably.
Probably Dragon's Breath, yeah. With Buck and Slug. This new version of Rebirth Island contains many secrets and bunker doors to be located and unlocked. Very cool.
That's not the one I was talking about. There's a bunker that I think you're going to need a key code to get into, which I think is part of this reinforced event. Will eventually, it'll open or you'll learn the key code. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. So now on to the community event. All operators will need to work together to complete 4 challenges, which will each unlock new gameplay elements and provide massive amounts of player XP. So what is cool about this is that if you unlock the second challenge right away as a community, then the community actually is doing something. So that's kind of cool. I take back sort of what I said. Operators must get a combined 20 billion kills on Rebirth to unlock the weapon trade station, and each player earns 25k XP. A combined 190 million weapons they must trade to the station to unlock the comms towers and earn 50k XP. So you have to use the next feature you unlock. Players must secure a combined 130 million payloads to unlock the armored truck deployment public event.
I don't want that one.
So one thing we covered, one thing we skipped that is in these notes is that they're adding a payload game mode to Rebirth Island. I simply don't care. But this is going to be a community event where we have to escort 130 million of them to unlock the armored truck deployment public event, which sounds like I also don't care about. And then the last community challenge.
That sounds like that would be a non-payload, right? That would be like one of the armored trucks that rolls around Caldera, except it'll roll around Rebirth, which is a lot stronger than it is on Caldera, because you kind of can't avoid it.
Yes, something like that, I guess. And then operators must gather a combined $40 trillion, money's fake, in blood money on Rebirth Island to unlock the Golden Vault Mystery and earn 100k.
Oh, there we go.
So there you go. Okay.
That's cool.
So, whatever. That's fine.
If they don't give us a little,
counter?
What is it?
Ticker.
A little counter, then obviously they have set days when all this is coming out.
Correct.
And they're just going to say, oh, you guys hit it, even though we got 3.6 million kills, not the 20 billion. 20 billion kills worldwide on Rebirth. Wouldn't that take a long time? That's absurd.
That's a big fucking number.
That's absurd.
Yeah, that's a real big number.
That sounds like that would actually take months.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's insane. These are all fake numbers. It doesn't matter. They have set dates they're releasing all of these.
It does sound that simple to me, yeah. So, anyway, there you go. Those are the events, whatever. We also have 4 participation challenges.
Oh boy.
And the rewards for these are cosmetic. Each participating challenge have its own unique reward. And there are also 2 mystery rewards to unlock by deciphering secrets on the island. None of these rewards are going to matter. I suspect one of the rewards is going to be a blueprint for a weapon, which is cool. So
I think there already is one of those, somewhere on the map that you can grab.
Back in Verdansk, there was a legendary blueprint for... What gun was it? An MP7.
Yeah.
For getting into one of the code bunkers or whatever, which I don't have. So I'll never have that now. So it's kind of cool that they're adding shit like that. You don't either.
Yes, I do.
We didn't open the bunker. We don't.
We have it. I have it.
No,
I have it. I promise you I have it. And you have it too.
I'm sure I don't.
Okay. We both have it. You're just in
We have Riptide, which is for winning the gunfight tournament 2v2 that we won first try, like we've won all of them. But I don't know what the other one is, and I'm pretty sure neither of us have it. So we'll check.
We do.
We will check live. But anyway, there you go. So that'll be cool, I guess. Now onto modes. Rebirth payload. So here's some more details. 12v12 fast-paced and simplified variant of the LTM with one payload to push or halt. So it's just like the LTM that we've seen in Verdansk and on Caldera. I don't think we've seen it on Caldera yet. Maybe we have. I didn't play it because I don't hate myself. So it's 12v12, which is actually sounds kind of fun. Payload 12v12 on Rebirth actually sounds pretty fun. Very multiplayer sounding, but that sounds pretty cool. So there's something. Rebirth Blood Money. Okay, it's plunder. And then Rebirth Resurgence solos. You start the match with a free redeploy. On death, this will be used up and will require you to stay alive for a short time period to earn another one. So that's kind of cool. Some people on Twitter have been saying this is really fun.
I've actually heard like nothing but good things about this game mode.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. So there you go.
Splash, splash. I was taking a bath and I noticed I have beautiful balls. Our friends at MANSCAPED, the global leader in below-the-waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle is designed to upgrade that everyday man shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, and balls definitely deserve this. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT. Let me walk you guys through the Manscaped shower routine. Step 1. You're going to lather on that cologne-infused ultra premium body wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day long. Not sure if you heard that correctly, but this body wash is cologne-infused, so that special someone in your life will absolutely love it. Step 2, it's hair care time. Apply that 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. The non-greasy formula has a base of coconut water, green tea, aloe turmeric, and sage. Apply this to your armpits and your pubic region too. Step 3. Once you hop out of that shower, protect yourself from body odor by applying on the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. This deodorant dries clear and is also cologne-infused. You're going to be smelling good. Step 4. Do you have tattoos or dry skin? Let's hit that with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Step 5. Apply the Manscaped Lip Balm. This is a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium Collection. Last but not least, we are using the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, so you bet it's a major key to that new shower routine. This elite trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one and benefit from this proprietary skin-safe technology. This new bundle will change your life, and I want all of my listeners out there to live their best little lives. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
All right, next. New public events. Rebirth Island, all modes. Armored truck deployment. Rebirth Reinforced introduces this event that drops lethal vehicles into the Warzone. I don't know what this means. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. It's just like the armored truck on Caldera. It's not controllable. It's just an NPC truck. So that's fine, I guess. I don't really have an opinion on this either way, honestly. Do you?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, yeah, whatever. Vanguard events, even easier to take cover in Rebirth, honestly. Vanguard events. Rebirth now also supports the Vanguard public events, weapon drops, cash drops, and restock. Restock was in Rebirth first, but go off. Juggernaut armor drops are also in the game now. Very rare, so don't miss out on capturing them.
Yeah.
Don't add Juggernauts, but cool.
Very rare, but Raiden just said in chat he's seen 3 of them or something like that. Or 3 of his teammates had it or something. I don't know. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't care. Rebirth Resurgence. Following feedback from the community, all players drop with the same weapon on spawn and respawn, and the weapon will change with each circle. Okay, that's good. Because you could get like an RNG dog shit weapon or an RNG good one. So I don't know why it was never this way, but that's good.
Yeah, you can get like a striker or SMG. I remember it used to be.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
So that's a good change. Players will spawn with weapons from Vanguard, Cold War, and MW. added an icon to clarify when spawn protection is active. Isn't there already one? The shield? I wonder what this means beyond that.
There is, because you just get hit markers.
Oh, you're
but it
right.
doesn't actually do anything.
You're right. The icon's only in multiplayer, so they probably added that icon.
That's what all the aiming kids always do, is they aim at someone, track them, get 400 hit markers, and upload it to TikTok.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, man.
Yeah, they're getting kilo damage. Okay, that's good, though. The icon for spawn protection is good. Resurgence now has custom voiceovers. Cool. Rebalance the quantity of contract types to make top secret and supply drop contracts more scarce. Okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Free loadout drop will now drop approximately 50 meters closer to a squad to improve accessibility. I actually like this change because free loadout on Rebirth is fucking very hard to get. So if it drops really close to you, 50 meters closer, that will help. They'll still be hot and hard to get, probably, honestly. But I think that's a good change. Because in Rebirth, I never count on getting community loady. But now I maybe can. So that's good. Good to see. So there you go. Moving on. BR. After 2 seasons of Vanguard Royale being in regular playlist rotation and listening to your feedback, we are starting to merge the 2 BR experiences into one. We have been really happy with the reception of Vanguard Royale, and as we have listened, watched, and enjoyed all the conversations about the 2 BR modes, it's now time to take the best bits from each and create the definitive BR experience, starting at launch and with further updates happening during the in-season and the seasons ahead. So we did it. We did, ladies and gentlemen, we got them. And by the way, once again, Tanner and I called it. So what is Vanguard Royale? Some weird fucking playground where they test shit, see if it's good, and then bring it to regular BR. That's what they were doing the whole time. And there's, I think, maybe a little bit more to say on that later on.
I'll just say it right now. It was just in a tweet that Charlie Into put out, that they had a meeting last week with Raven's creative director, one of those calls, and they confirmed that Vanguard Royale was really used as a testing mode to see what works, what can be added, etc. But they've always wanted one battle royale experience, and so that's why we're back to one.
Yep. We sure are. So, Tanner and I called it. Vanguard Royale is a testing mode. Just wanted to remind you guys there. And this is good, by the way. Because we even thought when Vanguard Royale came out that it was weird that they were going to bifurcate the community in this way. And that it made the game... It was just very strange to have 2 modes. So now that they're including them, that is good for a couple of reasons. Number one, theoretically, we get the best of both modes. That would be good, if true. We'll get into it. Less split player base is good. Better connection in theory. Probably not really, but whatever. And fuck me, what else was I going to say? Oh my god, I forgot my other point.
Cox?
It was the most important point, and I forgot it. I don't remember. It'll come to me, but they've been combined. Oh yeah, when they do the weekly playlists, we'll have more regular BR modes. So there were weeks where the playlist update would be Vanguard Royale, quads, and trios, and then regular BR solos only. And so if you liked regular BR, you were just kind of fucked. Now that Vanguard Royale doesn't exist, there will be less competition for playlists each week. So we're going to have more regular BR modes every week. That's really good. That was what I was saying. In addition to this, the default core health is now 150, like it was in Vanguard Royale, as we've been saying. Dead Silence remains as legendary ground loot. Cringe. So, the modes are being combined. And here are a couple more details on this. All Vanguard Royale contracts will be integrated. Big game bounties are coming to regular BR. Fantastic. Top secret, don't care. Supply drops, fine. And then another thing, all Vanguard Royale public events will be integrated into the event pool. Cash drops, heavy weapon drops, resurgence, and restock. Restock is good. Everything else, As always, we will continue to monitor and listen to feedback, as well as communicate any experiments that we plan to carry out during the in-game season or during the in-season to further refine BR. So
yeah,
Tanner,
this
what are
is
your
the
thoughts
shit
on
I don't
this?
want. I don't want that
thoughts on all
stuff
this?
in. Yeah, the events are stupid. That was one of the worst parts of Vanguard Royale. I was hoping that would not be a part of the regular BR when they combined them, and it was. That was one of the most annoying things about Vanguard Royale, is always having some event in the third or fourth circle, whatever it was. It was stupid. It was uninteresting. There's like constant fire sales. It was just boring. So do we still also have fire sales though?
That's what I'm wondering. I think we do.
Because it's saying this is Vanguard public events are integrated now. So hopefully it's the same spawn rate as events were in BR, which is not every single game like in Vanguard Royale. And now there's just a chance to get like 5 or 6 total.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I would rather these not be in the game. But as long as they're not happening every single game, then I don't care that much.
One thing I will add on this too is that people do complain Caldera is like really campy or whatever, but if there are some of these events would maybe incentivize people to move. If there's a heavy weapon drop, especially now, since it guarantees you a UAV and the other legendary thing, field upgrade, I believe. Heavy weapon drops are going to be really worth getting now. And when that event happens, it can cause people to move toward it and get people moving more, which could be good for Caldera. But on the other hand, there are things like Resurgence, which is dumb, and fire sales, which are kind of dumb too, if they're happening super often. So there is an upside, but this is all going to depend on how often each of these things happen. Yeah, agreed. But overall, we're getting 150 health. We're getting big game bounties back. A question I have is, what are we doing with vehicles in regular BR?
That's what I don't know either. If you haven't figured out yet, those of you listening, I haven't played yet. I got home from my trip last night. Didn't feel like gaming, so I just played Vanguard for a bit. So I don't know. I hope it's just none of the Vanguard vehicles, ideally. That's what it should be.
I hope too, but I don't see it happening.
I feel like it's just both mixed, like in private matches, probably.
Yes, exactly.
Which is okay, I guess, as long as it's not only Vanguard vehicles, and as long as helicopters are in still.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah. That's what I would expect too. Yeah, I haven't played Warzone yet, but I will be playing it today or tomorrow or both.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, really good though. The health increase is fantastic. We already kind of talked about that. And now moving on to Rebirth Island adjustments. We've increased the amount of loot in less visited areas to encourage players to explore the island. We've added plenty of cover in hotspots where players usually get killed to give them a chance to fight back, which we kind of talked about.
It's like prison yard and shit, yeah.
There's a new skybox. We're still delivering the bright and sunny afternoon sky that is beloved by the community, but with a few twists. Drastic sun orientation update to change the shapes of the shadows throughout the map. And also added stormy/dramatic don't say you're adding dramatic clouds on the horizon. New lighting and atmosphere. We've doubled down on the bright and vibrant color treatment globally, and also updated the atmospheric fog to match the new skybox.
It's crazy because it's less vibrant now.
People are saying it does not look, it looks worse now on Rebirth than it used to.
I mean, it doesn't look, still not as bad as like Verdansk ever looked for a second.
Yeah.
But it's like off when you look past, if you're looking towards control and past control, if you're sitting like on prison, that part of the map is all cloudy now. So it's like the sun, I think, is more, then when you look the other direction towards like Nova 6 Factory, that side of the map is sunny. So I don't know. I mean, the outside, if anything, looked worse. And I've also seen people complain saying the inside, like the dark areas, are even darker. So I hope that's not the case, because the lighting was really good on Rebirth. I guess it could have been brighter in certain areas like prison. So, but I've heard it's the opposite. So we'll have to play, and we'll let you guys know on Saturday what we think about it.
Saturday for sure. Yeah.
But regardless, I don't think it needed to change really.
Yeah. Gulag revamp. The midsection of the Gulag has been modified to create more exciting engagements for iron trials. This is good. And also, I guess we're getting iron trials again at some point. So there's a little bit of confirmation on that. Security area becomes stronghold. Shore becomes dock. I don't know what shore was. It was a dog shit area, obviously. So there you go. Prison yard. And we already talked about that. And then a boat docked at Nova 6. So this is Nova 6. Okay. And we kind of already talked about all that. Oh boy.
This is the biggest patch note yet.
A Ukrainian flag calling card has been added to both Warzone and Modern Warfare. This free calling card is now in your inventory. Equip it in the barracks tab under customization. I thought there were flags for most countries already. I guess there wasn't one for Ukraine. Not
most, but there were probably 20, 30 flags.
Did they remove the Russian flag?
That's a good question.
It's a real good question. I will be equipping it if it's in the game. So, mouse scrolling speed in the store has been reduced for more comfortable navigation. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. PC only. Players will now be able to see the world storytelling shown on the new front-end screen that was previously exclusive only to console players.
Huh?
I don't know what that means. I just don't know what that means. I mean, obviously I've never seen it, so I don't play on console.
I'm trying to just make sense of that sentence.
World storytelling, huh?
I'll be right back, but I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't either, so whatever. Let's see here. Update requires restart pop-up will now restart your client automatically after 5 seconds. That's cool. Should have always been that way. Added a button to leave squad party in the play tab when in a party. That's nice. The airplane sensitivity multiplier has been split into helicopter sense, which only applies to the heli, and then airplane basic and advanced sense, which is for the fighter plane, which you shouldn't use anyway.
Okay, hold on. So that I'm confused about. What are you getting planes in now? What mode is that?
Oh, fuck.
Is that like Vanguard Plunder? Because I read this yesterday. I'm like, I don't get what that means because it's not in regular BR now.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not.
It hasn't even been in Vanguard for a while because it's been bugged. They took it out like weeks ago and it hasn't been in the game. So I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't like this. I'm assuming there's no airplanes in regular BR because I feel
there's
like
not. I'm just more saying. Now. Yeah, I'm just more saying what mode is this for? Because I'm pretty sure posted. Let me see all of the playlists for the next month, and there was no like Vanguard style mode. Even there's regular plunder,
like maybe payload or plunder. They're probably gonna bring them back at some point, so they just added the setting now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there's no playlist for the next 4 weeks that has anything Vanguard titled in it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Fixed an issue where pings would appear inconsistent around redeploy balloons. That's good if true.
And you can use the Vargo blueprint now. The ferrofluid blueprint. That's the Vargo. You can equip that now.
There you go. That's good. Let's see.
I think that's it for the bugs.
That's kind of it for the bugs, yeah. And then the new weapon, the Armaguerra, and some weapon nerfs, changes, whatever. The Vargo, max damage from 28 to 27. Minimum damage, 24 to 23. Neck multiplier, 1.2 to 1.3. So they've raised the neck damage multiplier, but lowered the actual damage of the Vargo. That's fine. I think that doesn't probably change it too much. It's also really hard to say now with the increased health too. Like, I don't know how often this equates to one extra shot to kill. But this seems like a fairly mild change. Although 10% more neck damage multiplier is pretty good. So, I don't know.
Yeah. According to Sims, so a chest shot with no attachments does like 27 damage, and then a neck does 35 now. So that's a pretty big difference for chest and neck.
Pretty fucking
27
big,
to 35, and then a head is still 40. Let me see what the Cold War AK is, just so we can compare. Cold War AK is, I mean, still so much better. 36 chest and then 43 neck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
Cold War AK has more neck damage than a Vargo headshot damage.
Really? Damn.
Cold War AK has it's 14 more points for a headshot. That's insane.
That is fucking insane. Yeah. Wow.
But the auto's meta, right?
Yeah, those people should be... They should have the Vargo tested on them in real life.
Cold War AK is going to be nerfed now, by the way. Now that there's only one BR mode, people are going to start bitching that it's the best one.
100%.
And then it's going to be nerfed. It'll be nerfed within 3 weeks, for sure.
I agree. Compared to everything else, it is like way better. Vargo might be as close to as good because of how little recoil it has. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to use, so that's a big plus.
Either way. The Volk, gun kick adjusted. The Volk tended to drift to the right while firing, which could distract or obstruct sight when it mattered most. This change mutes that weapon movement considerably. Volk almost certainly still not worth using, but it's at least been buffed a little bit. So the G43 has more velocity, and the M1 Garand was changed too. I don't care about this. Or the SVT, don't care. Most melee weapons now execute a melee finisher on a second consecutive strike. This change is significant as melee weapons deal 135 damage, which if left unchanged would consistently require 3 hits to kill with the increase to base health. Holy shit, that sucks. Yep. So now you will die to 2 hits instead of 3 with most melee weapons. When
you're taking more bullets to kill someone.
Exactly.
So that's putting melees right back in the OP part. Like, when we did the Iron Trials ep, in Iron Trials, it takes 3 melees to finish someone, and that was perfect. And that was still better than using the pistol you spawned in with.
Yep.
At fucking 3 hits. You could still kill someone faster than if they had that handgun. And so now we're back to 2-hit melee meta. So there we go. If you land on peak, don't fire your guns, just start smacking everyone again. We're probably going to be right back to that the melee shit again.
Now, the upside here is that if you're doing a finisher, you're super vulnerable in that time. So if it's like hot where you are, you might not want to do this because then you're going to certainly die while you're doing an animation.
I don't think that's what that means. Is it? I think that just means that it'll kill them too.
That's what that means. You'd execute a melee finisher.
Okay, so if you're standing in front of someone and you hit them twice with a melee, you think it's going to put you in the finishing move thing. It's not. There's no way. I don't think so.
Why would they phrase it this way then?
Because they're stupid. Why do they phrase everything the way they do?
I don't know. I don't think they would make it 2-shot instead of 3.
If it does put you in like a whole finishing move thing, then this doesn't matter at all. There's no point in meleeing.
Well, if it's hot, yeah. But if it's not, if it's just you and some guy, then it would still be like worth doing because you would fucking rip. So
this has never been the case though, right? Where you could hit someone from the front and it would do a finishing move.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, it says execute a melee finisher. That's exactly what that sounds like.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's so weird that they would do it that way. It's like I would just rather have it 3 hits.
I completely agree. Yeah, that would be better in every case, I think. So whatever it is, it's dumb because 2 hits to kill is still fucking annoying. So we'll see. We'll maybe get back to you guys on that. If anyone's used a melee weapon, let us know. Vanguard shotgun damage increased by 10%. Smile. Einhorn magazine capacity increased from 5 to 6. Don't care. Some controller only sniper changes. Aim assist enabled on the 3 line when not in ADS. This doesn't matter. And the same for the Type 99, so I don't care. The Sten. 7.62 Gorenko mag, 32 to 36 rounds. Just increasing the ammo counts for the Sten. So that's interesting. On paper, the Sten has an incredibly compelling stat line. In reality, it suffered far too much from its limited magazine capacities. A moderate mag size increase will make the Sten a more competitive option for those who prefer highly mobile playstyles. That's cool. That's a good change, actually. I like that because I never see people using the Sten. So maybe we will now.
Yeah, Sten has been
and that's
pretty
not
trash.
too many
Those are
more
some big
bullets
changes.
either. So
no, you're still at a disadvantage.
exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, back to that melee thing. I think Brother in chat is right. I think this is only for actual melee weapons like sawtooth or Kali sticks. I don't. The way this is worded, reading about. Okay, so this doesn't matter with guns then. So this doesn't matter at all. If it's not a gun butt, then I don't care.
With a sawtooth, it would matter. That's what
well,
I
you
was
don't. That was
of.
for. Oh, yeah, that's for Iron Trials though, so that wouldn't affect this anyways.
Oh, that was Iron Trials, huh?
Yeah. So this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of that matters. Okay. Those are just words, I think.
They were just words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well gun. Fire rate decreased 2.2%. Recoil increased slightly. I think that's probably fine. I don't know.
Yeah, well gun was overall, I think, the best SMG.
Yeah, so, okay. Hollow point. Damage range now decreased by 20%, and I believe it used to be 10%. Yes. Hollow point has been heavily leaned on by SMGs, and with good reason. Its previous damage range penalty would rarely affect the most common engagement distances. This adjustment to the ammo results in a powerful tool. You'll just have to get a little closer. Okay. That makes sense. Because I think they're right. If you reduce your damage range on an SMG by 10%, who fucking cares? Because like an OTS-9, your first damage range is 8 meters.
Yeah, so it's like 1 meter.
10% of that is less than a meter. Like, who gives a shit, you know? So 20%, still not much, but still, you know, it's something. Because, yeah, why else use anything other than hollow point? So that's fine, I guess. I'll take that. Here we go. Next. For the 3-line, a barrel, flinch resistance now properly reduces camera pitch when hit. So fixing some flinch things with some barrels. Decreased visual recoil on the Type 100 rapid fire barrel. Type 99, again, the flinch thing. Well gun. Recoil control decreased from 36% to 15% for the shrouded barrel. So that is a nerf to the shrouded barrel. So well gun's getting hit here. I don't care about Einhorn mags. Less visual recoil on the 45 caliber 48 round mags for the well gun. And then some small changes to the 7.62 Gorenko 40 round mags for the well gun as well. It was providing far too much value and was overdue for an adjustment. So this magazine was nerfed. So there you go. Quite a few nerfs to the well gun overall now. Hard scope, the weapon perk on the DP27. Recoil control decreased, so you'll have more recoil when using that. Okay. And then a lot of these Cold War wraps, flinch resistance now properly reduces camera pitch when hit. So a lot of the flinch resistance attachments for snipers in general, and in particular these 4 Cold War snipers, or attachments for every Cold War sniper, will now give you more flinch resistance. So this is, I think, to counteract the flinch change that Cold War snipers had, where Cold War snipers, you know, they got their flinch, way more flinch added. So now the SPR is like the best gun in the game. Now they're adding flinch resistance to some of these Cold War attachments to make them more compelling. So if you're using one of these wraps on a Swiss, you'll have less flinch than you do now. I think this is a warranted pretty good change because fucking no one snipes now. What are your thoughts, Tanner?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't know. Reduces camera pitch. I really don't know what that means, though. It's hard to understand what that would mean without actually playing it and seeing it. I feel like it's not going to be a big difference anyways, though, whatever it is. So, I don't know.
I think it's like when... You know how, like, you're looking down your scope, and then if you get shot, like, your head moves so that you can see inside your scope rather than just the reticle? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
That
they see, like,
will
the black
happen
areas
less.
in the corner?
Yes. So that'll happen less now with these attachments when you're getting shot.
Oh,
I think that's what that means. Because that would be like the pitch of your, like, your point of view camera.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. Huh.
So that's also going to be the case for the polymer grip in Vanguard. Flinch resistance now properly reduces camera pitch when hit. So that's good. Snipers needed some love. I'm happy to see those changes. Overall thoughts, Tanner. What do you think? Season 2 Reloaded. Those are the patch notes for Warzone.
Fantastic on paper. Really nothing to complain about, honestly.
I agree.
Which has been, I feel like that's honestly been the story with Warzone. I think people are just so hard on it right now because some people don't like Caldera, so it's making them hate all of this even more. Realistically, I think gameplay wise, it's in one of the best spots it's ever been in. Frankly, I think everyone's just sick of Warzone at this point. They don't like Caldera. They're still cheaters, and shit like that. And so I think it's getting more hate. But realistically, a lot of these changes is, it's stuff we should have had day one, but they're in the game now. So it's like, it's still better than it was on day one, technically, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's just, the game's been out so long now, games usually die at this or before this point anyway, so I think it's just getting more hate than it probably should get, because you just kind of get bored of things quicker, which we've noticed. New season comes out, you get bored of it a lot quicker than you did a year ago. Doesn't mean the game's worse, it just means you're not having as much fun because you've been playing the same game for the last 2 years. So, but on paper, Warzone is honestly some of the best it's been. Yeah. As long as you're okay with Caldera, which more and more people seem to not be okay with Caldera and not like it.
I think you nailed it. Yeah. Good update for sure. We got the new gun. A lot of quality of life changes, which are really good to see.
And a lot more coming with season 3.
And a lot more coming still, yes, which we'll get into. So that is good. The rebirth changes, I don't think they're that big of a deal, honestly. And it's kind of what we said. They're not going to fundamentally change the map, really. The only thing I wish we had gotten, which we did not, was a buff to Vanguard weapons, especially now, or Vanguard ARs, especially now that there is no more Vanguard Royale. When's the next time we're going to see anyone using a fucking, I don't know, STG in Warzone?
Like, if we play Warzone right now, we'll probably see 100 autos right away because kids are dumb.
Because kids are idiots, but they'll be getting shit on. Yeah, and that'll soon change. No one's going to be using Vanguard ARs in Warzone now until they get a massive buff. Because now that there is no more Vanguard Royale, like you said, people are going to figure out quickly, Cold War AK is the play. Everyone's going to be running it. If you're running an automaton, you're going to have twice as long of a TTK. You're going to get shit on. And then you're eventually going to get off of it. Because no Vanguard AR is going to be able to compete. Then they're going to nerf the Cold War AK. But still, there's going to be a whole suite of Cold War ARs that are just better than any Vanguard AR. Vargo's probably next one. Once the Cold War AK gets nerfed, Vargo's probably going to be the meta AR. But it's not a Vanguard gun, and you'd have to nerf a lot of fucking ARs to get there. Or we get a Vanguard AR buff, which I wish we would have seen, and I was hoping for that we did not get.
Yeah, I don't think we ever are. I know you've been talking about that. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. All they've done since Vanguard came out was nerf all of the ARs, so I don't see why they would suddenly go back and buff them. I'd think they handled it horribly, but I think people expecting them to be buffed is just kind of crazy, because I don't think they're never getting buffed. I think at this point what we're going to see is, we'll see a Cold War AK nerf, then we'll see a Vargo nerf, then maybe we see another C58 or XM4 nerf or something like that.
EM2.
And then it's going to be at the point where they're probably still going to be better than Vanguard guns. And then maybe we'll see some slight tweaks, like things like we saw with the Volk, which is like gun kick adjusted and shit like that. But I don't think we're just suddenly going to see an increase of a patch out that reads Vanguard ARs now all deal 10% more damage across the board. Like, you're not going to see a mass buff like that.
I think if we were ever going to, it's going to be now that the modes have been combined. Because when we did have Vanguard Royale as its own thing, Activision might have been like, the Vanguard ARs are fucking terrible, but they're seeing a lot of use in Vanguard Royale because that's all you can use. But now that they're integrated, they're going to look at the stats in 2 weeks and be like, holy shit. Of all assault rifles used, Vanguard accounts for 6%. Yeah. Something needs to change. I hope that's the case. I think... I'm optimistic. I think it's coming. But yeah, we will, of course, see. So, Charlie Intel also tweeted 3 days ago, during a meeting on Friday with Raven's creative director, they confirmed Vanguard Royale was really used as a testing mode to see what works, what can be added, etc. We already talked about that. Raven also tweeted they've pushed a small update to resolve lower than intended sniper rifle headshot damage in BR. They were not doing one-shot down headshots. They should be now, so that's good. And then there was also a nerf to the Armaguerra after this, which is now live. Remove an unintended global damage bonus on the 30.30 Russian magazine. The mag has an intentional 0.95 locational damage multiplier on the head, neck, and upper torso, which remains in effect. So these were just doing more damage than intended, and now they don't.
Yeah.
So, bug fix, that's good. So that's it for patches. Now, we persist. We venture on into news and upcoming changes. Tanner, what's this first little item?
All right, first off here, so Treyarch confirmed through Twitter they are removing the ability to completely back out of ranked play matches in the near future. So one of the CDL players tweeted out, I just left a game because a blocked player was in the game with him, meaning that person was probably a cheater, and it suspended me. He's like, what's the point, man? So this is a Treyarch dev. He said, sorry, this is a bug, and we'll be removing this option to leave the lobby in an upcoming update. We can't allow players to back out of matches with blocked players and ranked, as folks acting in poor faith could exploit the system to avoid good players in their region. Basically saying you could put a shitload of players on your block list and then it let you leave the game and just exploit all of ranked play. So
yes, true. Yeah.
So soon, you won't even be able to leave a ranked play match. I mean, you can, obviously. You can Alt F4, you can end the task. If you're on a console, you could, I don't know, throw it out the window, drive over it, and buy a PC, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So you can still leave it if you have, I mean, if your house is burning down, it's on fire, you know, your children are dying in the other room, you can leave the game. You just can't go through the menu and leave it that way. So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Fewer people
because we
will back
saw
out,
a lot.
for sure.
Yes, if there's no button, you will see way less people backing out.
Yeah.
Even though it's possible, there will be a lot less. I mean, we played ranked that one day for 3 or 4 hours, and we saw probably 5 people on the other team back out, which is too much, even in that short of a time.
Yeah, way too much. I agree.
So this Snoop Dogg, that was already in the patch notes, so I didn't realize that. So Snoop Dogg's coming, blah, blah. Okay. So Vanguard devs respond after accidentally making spy planes impossible to shoot down. So remember like that last patch they did? Maybe it was with the new season 2. The spy planes were moving super fast and you couldn't hit them.
Yes.
So it took them 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to fix it. They fixed it. Guess what? Season 2 Reloaded comes out. They're moving fast again. Sledgehammer says, sorry, we're aware, we're working on a fix. Just
Smile.
A horrible development team.
Yeah.
Just the absolute worst. I had such high hopes. And holy shit, you guys can't do anything, Sledgehammer. It really is unfortunate, man. So that's a deep sigh from me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've lost faith in Vanguard now. Yeah. It's over.
It's pretty much like zombies. There is no saving it.
Yeah.
That's why I was really hoping Ground War was coming, but nope. They have to design some terrible game mode that's going to be dead. But you know, it's because the devs are dumb. Earlier we talked a little bit about Champion Hill saying how no one plays it. Literally the only player I ever see post any clips of it or talk about Champion Hill is a Sledgehammer dev. He's the only guy that plays it. I swear to God. He's constantly posting videos. Love Champion Hill. Played duos with my wife. Here's the final kill. It's like,
it's really just a Sledgehammer.
So you designed this mode.
Lobby.
Yeah. So he designed that mode and can't give it up.
Exactly.
So,
yep. Exactly.
Yeah, we needed Ground War. We didn't get it. Vanguard is a dead shit game.
It's chalked. Yeah. Time to kill too fast. The core is there, but there's just not enough content. There aren't enough updates. There are still too many weird dog shit bugs. And yeah, they can't update it fast enough. They won't.
It's like the main issue is like everyone said before the game came out, with 10 attachments it's going to be broken, and I was like, yeah, but not necessarily. It's pretty easy. They just make sure the base guns don't do very much damage, so that the time to kill is very slow. And so then by the time you get all those attachments on there, the time to kill is similar to COD games in the past, maybe somewhere between MW and Cold War.
Yeah.
And of course, they did show that they're incapable of doing it that way. By the way, no Whitley nerf. The most broken gun since the shotguns on Vanguard launch has not been touched. Nothing. True.
I forgot about that, but you're right.
Just absolutely clueless developers. Sledgehammer Games does not know what they're doing. They shouldn't even, not that they shouldn't have their own game, they shouldn't even ever be allowed to work on a Call of Duty game after this. Activision should just cut them loose. Maybe Microsoft will cut them loose when they buy them out. I don't know. It's insane to me.
It makes me so mad. It's so weird because technically a lot of it the frames are really good. I don't disconnect or dev error as much as any of the other two games in Vanguard. The movement's really
dev
good
error all the time in Vanguard.
I have maybe 2 or 3 times ever, very rarely. It's weird. Yeah, I guess maybe it's just me, but the frames are really good.
Everyone was dev airing when we were doing customs for the Damascus hangout. Everyone dev aired twice.
I didn't dev air once. I didn't crash once.
Maybe it's because you're hosting the lobbies. There's something to do with that.
Maybe.
Remember that though? Every single lobby when we would try to format, at least a couple people would crash.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. And movement's really good too, and the guns feel pretty good. But that's it. It's they started somewhere and they just never continued. And now it's too late. So even if they did get perfect, it wouldn't matter anymore. I don't care anymore. Game's too old. So there you go. Anyway, whatever. Moving on.
Yeah. Let me read most of this. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Okay, so next article here from Charlie Intel. How to register for the Warzone $1,000 CDL Resurgence Rebirth Island tournament. What did I say?
You said 1,000.
Oh, I meant to say 100,000, yeah. So blah, blah, blah. So essentially what's going on here is there is a tournament taking place where anyone can technically join and get put in an open tournament, which is then going to let you compete against CDL players. So 8 teams of North American players will have the chance to make it to the finals, where they'll be playing against 12 CDL teams with $100,000 on the line. So essentially how it's done is, it doesn't matter, but basically you have to live stream it. There's qualification stages. Kind of cool. It's all taking place on April 5th and 6th. So you have to play. There's going to be a temporary playlist April 5th and 6th called Call of Duty League Resurgence. And then you play that, you do good in those open games, and then top 40 teams will be invited to a qualifier stage, which then you're going to have to live stream it on YouTube, shit like that. There's a whole point system. I'm not going through all that. But bottom line is, this is pretty interesting and kind of a first that we're seeing something like this, where you're going to be able to play, any random people are going to be able to play against CDL pros. So it's going to be really cool if you see some team just dunk on these CDL kids, which I think is going to be possible.
Definitely possible.
Because these are going to be Rebirth mains, TikTok mains, going up against CDL players that didn't even know Rebirth was a map because they only play multiplayer. So this will be super exciting. So if any of you sweats out there are trying to get a squad together, you have a chance to play against some CDL players and make some serious cash.
As far as I know, too, this is not input method restricted, so we could see some K-bammers.
Yeah, exactly.
Competing.
I mean, you won't because it's Rebirth.
They won't win. But we could see them competing. That would be interesting. 1 point per kill, and then placement multipliers. First place, you get double points. Second and third, 1.5. Fourth to 10th, just regular. Cool idea. Open tournaments are something. I wonder if every competitor has to stream, or if it's just one player per team has to stream. Because I could definitely see people cheating.
I think everyone.
Okay.
And that was the other thing, is people are like, yo, it has to be on YouTube. If I'm a Twitch partner within my contract that says I can't stream anywhere else, I can't do it, or I have to ruin my
contract.
It's what? So I think a lot of people think all Twitch partners have a contract where they can only stream on Twitch, but from what I gather, that is not true, and you actually can stream other places. It's only if you have a specific contract, like the bigger creators, that specifically says you cannot stream anywhere else. Like
That's
if you
correct.
average 75 viewers and are partner, you don't have the same contract as Ninja, you know?
Yes. My understanding, because this is how it works for affiliates, and I think it's the same for the standard boilerplate partner contract, is that, so this is everyone you guys know except for, Ninja, fucking like Swag, probably, Nick Merckx. They have exclusivity contracts, but they are not the same partner contract as, I don't know, Huskers or something. He probably doesn't have like a crazy ass contract. And I think the regular partner contract is if you stream on Twitch, you cannot be streaming somewhere else at the same time. And whatever content you live stream on Twitch, you cannot upload anywhere else for 24 hours. But after 24 hours, you can upload it to YouTube if you want to make it a video, and then that's fine. That's how the affiliate contract works, I'm positive. I'm pretty sure that's how the regular partner contract works too. But I'm not 100% sure. So that could be the confusion. But this is the reason they're making everyone stream on YouTube is because CDL has a deal with YouTube where they have exclusive rights to stream on YouTube. I don't know why you need to make your competitors do that. You could just stream the main event on YouTube and let the competitors stream on Twitch. Seems fine to me, but
yeah, I don't understand it either. Isn't YouTube also way less strict about players streaming while cheating than Twitch is?
I don't know.
Facebook. I know Facebook doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Facebook doesn't care. It's not even in the rules, I don't think. I don't think you're even breaking a rule. YouTube, I don't know. YouTube, I don't know. But yeah. Do you think cheaters will be a problem in this?
It's possible.
I bet you it will be.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain
using
it will
soft
be.
aim or walls or shit like that. Yeah.
Just walling and using split. What's the program?
Splitgate.
XSplit. Using XSplit to wall. I could see that happening. There will definitely be cheaters in this, and they're going to do really well. Don't have open tournaments. However, I will watch. This sounds fun to watch. Yeah. And it would be funny to watch Optic getting their bodies mag dumped by TikTokers and fucking teabagged. That would make me laugh really hard. So, hopefully some non-CDL teams do well and are rude. That would be ideal. But I think it's a good idea. And more importantly, I think this is another foray of the CDL into Warzone Battle Royale area.
Yes,
they're getting more engaged, as they should be. Yes, so this is cool. Rebirth Resurgence, it'll be interesting to see a competitive CDL tournament of Resurgence. We have not seen that yet. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but I'm excited to see this and see what kind of strategies come into being and are successful.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I agree.
All right, what do we have next here, Tanner?
Next up here is from Charlie Intel. Raven informed us during a call a few days ago that they're looking at updates for footstep audios, updates to issues with aim assist, which was already patched with this update, and are still working to fix the 120 hertz issue on Xbox. No timeline, but they hope to provide more details closer to Season 3. So supposedly there's a sound overhaul coming with Season 3. That's what the Raven creative director has been saying, that they're looking at changes like that. By the way,
it can't get worse.
I think this guy is actually the reason you've seen a lot of positive changes coming to Warzone. He, I think, joined towards the end of last year, and we've seen a lot of shit come since he has joined. So it's like, you know, I get people complaining about things that should have been in day one, but day one was Infinity Ward and they didn't think of any of this shit. And I feel like this guy is now, Ted is now coming in and he's like, okay, this shit's bad. Let's fix it. This shit has been bad. Let's fix this, which is kind of cool to see.
What's this guy's name? Ted what? I'm going to follow him on Twitter.
Ted Timmons.
Change it.
He's, I think he's a British lad.
Is he?
He's here now, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Tweets a lot of shit too, like his thoughts and stuff. So it's good. Yeah, I'm sure you already were. You just don't ever check Twitter. So he's a solid follow. He puts out a lot of info.
So, okay, good. This is good. Looking at updates for footstep audio, it can't get worse. So I'm excited to see that. Almost anything they could do to anything related to audio would be better. Let's make precisions way quieter while we're at it. That would be cool too, but this is a good thing because I don't think they can make it any worse. Updates to issues with aim assist. I don't know what that really means with respect to Warzone.
Oh, I guess that wasn't in the patch notes. I was going to put that in here. So aim assist was... Did they not even put that in the Sledgehammer patch notes? I don't know. Aim assist has been bugged in Vanguard. They supposedly fixed it with this last update. They posted this whole wall of text on Twitter. Did we? Okay. So they've also done the same thing now in Warzone. Raven said there were some sort of issues with aim assist.
Oh.
They didn't explain it. Didn't seem to be any issues to me. I don't know, man.
There certainly were not issues, no. Well, there were some issues, but I don't think that's what they changed. So.
There were some issues. I don't think the changes are going to help, though. Yeah. So, so that's whatever that is. And the 120 hertz issue, supposedly Raven has said it's pretty much an issue with Microsoft that Microsoft is not helping with or not fixing, and they're kind of just stuck. Because this has been a problem for like literally since Caldera came out. It's like, they would have fixed this by now, because this is part of the reason why so few console players are playing.
Yeah.
And so, I could see this actually being Microsoft's problem.
It's funny because Microsoft's going to be buying Activision, supposedly.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, it's weird. But okay, that's good. I'm happy to see that. Call of Duty also tweeted... Ricochet update. 90,000 accounts were removed in ban waves this week. Happy Friday. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Jake played Rebirth for one match today and said he got killed the same botter twice and then got off. So great ban wave again.
So sick ban wave. Got it. Yep. So I don't know. Yeah. I have nothing to say on that. I don't know how it's not just an automatic thing like you've talked about.
I don't. No,
it isn't.
Kernel level anti-cheat, there should not be ban waves, from what I can tell. Should just be banning tens, hundreds, thousands of people every single day throughout the day as they cheat. But what do I know?
Yeah.
So last thing here. Okay, so there's a live streamer. Have you heard of him? His name is Teepee, Tyler Teepee, former CDL player, yes. CDL coach, I believe, streams Warzone. Yes. So he had an interesting voice chat with a Raven dev. So this dev is apparently in his chat often, talks in there, hangs out, and Teep somehow got him in a call and talked about some shit. So this was really cool. So there's like minutes of it. Actually, you can watch Teepee's VOD. Charlie Intel posted when it was. It was like one of his last VODs is like 3 hours in. You can watch the whole thing, but I'm going to kind of just cover some of the things that like Charlie Intel pointed out and talked about. And, just like little clips and stuff. So one of the things, this is from the Raven dev. He said, the more you increase the time to kill, the more it is considering you raising the skill ceiling. Crappier players, which he said, by the way, just can't kill higher skill players because it's too much health to chip away at. Iron Trials was the first kind of attempt at a mode and to see what people like. So that is kind of what we had said. Is like, this is kind of like a precursor to ranked. They obviously knew that and have said that. So that one's not extremely surprising that was intended for higher skill players. And trying to figure out, like the time to kill and everything as it relates to the core game mode.
Yeah.
So then he also went on to say, we do feel like 50 health is the sweet spot for that increase, which we have also said. I think 50 is the perfect amount they could have added. Anything more, and I think you're going to start pissing off the lower skill players. 50 is enough to please both sides and it still be in a better spot at 300 overall health than 250 overall health that we had before this Season 2 Reloaded update.
Yep, agreed. None of this is surprising. It all makes sense. We've kind of already talked about all this, but we're just getting some more confirmation from this guy.
Yeah. So then another one here. This is regarding Verdansk coming back as a part of the normal map rotation. Dev said, quote, we want that. We all want that. So there's a technical problem. The install and reinstall sizes is fucking crazy. It's insane. If we pulled out Caldera and said, let's drop in Verdansk, it would essentially be re-downloading the entire size of Warzone. Every time in the past we've done something like that, you see a substantial decrease in the player base. He said there's a sharp drop-off of people are like, I'm not going to do an update that big. I'm literally going to uninstall the game. And they've seen that happen. You can't fit anything but Modern Warfare and Warzone on a base PS4 right now. So that's where we have been looking in the future, like how we can sort out all of that technical level so we have stuff like that. So people are still expecting this. Verdansk is not coming back to Warzone ever. Get over it. It's not coming back, dude. It's crazy that people keep talking about this. It's not coming back. Stop.
Yeah. This actually makes sense. I didn't think about just like storage space, but yeah, of course. Like everyone bitches about how big these updates are. And if they have both maps in, like the assets for both maps, that's going to be such a big fucking file. I didn't even consider this, but true. Yeah, for sure. Makes perfect sense.
And those are things we don't think of. So that's why it's like, okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, because it's like there's been... God, was it the Verdansk 84 update? We had an update at some point during the Warzone lifecycle that did essentially make you re-download the game. Like I swear on 84, PC, I think, yeah, it was like a 60 or 80 gig download. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
So they're saying now if they were to do something like that, and with Warzone already having been trending downward since Caldera released, I think that would kind of, that would not be a good sign. Especially for console players that are already dealing with bugs. They're like, okay, I'm not going to update this game, forget it, I'm done, I'm going to Apex,
100%.
So then talking about the seamless transitions going forward, now all the teams are all coming out of the same core tech together. So when features are implemented by a studio, they get put into something called Core Dev, which is the dev version of the Call of Duty engine and tools, so that the next team can just build on that. Yep. Now we're going to see progression systems and features that keep evolving and getting better. So that's what's going to give us a lot more wind in our sails. Us teething and evolving as working as the super team now with Warzone. I'm excited where we're going now with Chapter 3 as well as this current season, but I'm super excited for where we're about to go. So he's teasing season 3. That guy Ted has also said there's a lot coming in season 3. So don't know what that is, but that's exciting to see. They keep mentioning season 3. They've been saying season 3 since season 2 came out. So I'm thinking maybe this is where we start getting like major map changes. Like maybe actually people have talked about.
I think you're right.
You know, like changes to peak or some shit like that. There's some sort of event happening that changes the map entirely.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the earthquakes and tremors and Verdansk. So that may be the start of all that. Hopefully like a new gulag and other shit.
Yeah, that would be very cool for sure.
Yeah.
And again, these are things that Tanner and I already talked about with like, once they all have the same engine, it's going to be way easier for them to build on each other's work. And it's going to be a lot smoother. And I genuinely do believe that the transitions will be more seamless in the future because they'll all be working with the same engine.
Exactly.
Like the same base. So that's good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then the second to last thing here, we cannot wait to get to ranked play because that's ultimately what we need. So players have an end game to really fucking flex. The guy's pretty cool, by the way.
Yeah,
Stop. We just want to make sure we do it right. We don't take it lightly. We've been evaluating it, aka it's nowhere close. We don't have any updates on exactly when yet, like I said. So I don't want to bullshit or lie, but we are absolutely taking it seriously. Like it's something we need for sure. So those are words. That means it's not coming in this iteration of Warzone. If it is, we see a beta very close to the end of this iteration of Warzone, and then either on launch of Warzone 2 or soon after the launch of Warzone 2, we get that same type of ranked system in. So it's either one of those two things are happening. It's either at the very end of life cycle or just in Warzone 2. But I mean, we're not going to suddenly see this in season 3 or season 4. No.
Yep.
This is a very long time away.
And once again, we called this too. This is unsurprising to us because number one, they really want ranked play, as he said. Of course they do. Bring you a lot of money. Number two, it's not coming in Warzone 1. He didn't actually say that, but he might as well have. Like Tanner just said. If they don't even have an ETA, he didn't even say about 9 months away. He just said, it's not coming in Warzone 1. Coming in Warzone 2, maybe very late Warzone 1 so they can try some things for Warzone 2's launch. Or maybe not even that, and it comes 3 months after Warzone 2 comes out. I could see all of these things being the case, but it's not going to be any meaningful part of Warzone 1, period.
Yeah, like the fact that he said we've been evaluating it, that means they're in the stages of talking about what they would potentially want in a ranked mode.
Exactly.
Jotting down some notes. Oh, we should do this and that. Nothing has been worked on, though. You can absolutely be sure of that. And last thing here, on Ricochet, having a team dedicated to it, to the anti-cheat, always there with technology and software monitoring, and always going after it as fast as we can. It's getting better as the cheaters find loopholes, we plug it up and go forward. So, I mean, do better and get faster at it. But yeah, it's definitely been better than Verdansk. But, you know, hire, I mean, triple the size of your team if you have to, because there's still too many cheaters, right?
You might as well take your quality assurance team and tell them they can either get fired or join Team Ricochet, because they don't do shit anyway.
Well, they don't have one. That's why the game's so bad, right? Well, they still don't have one. I think they're still on strike.
Yeah, they're still on strike. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, just get rid of that department and hire that same number of people to work on Ricochet, because the QA team wasn't doing anything anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ricochet's been, I mean, better than Verdansk. Something. And of course he's going to say it's improving as time goes on, but I actually do believe it. So yeah. So that's something. So other than that, Tanner, Dropshot, anything else you'd like to discuss this fine afternoon?
No.
Got it.
I don't believe so.
All right. Well, that's it for us, boys and girls. Long ep today. Hope you guys enjoyed. On Saturday, we will have our first impressions on a lot of these topics, and that's going to be a very fun and exciting episode that we are excited to record. In the meantime, patreon.com/thedropshot is the best way to support the show. 7 bonus episodes each and every month. It is the best way for you guys to support the program and the best for us. So if you want some extra fire Dropshot content, once again, patreon.com/thedropshot is the best way to support the program. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.